Well, hello there. Welcome back. I'm back. It's been a long time. Lots to talk about, lots to go over, but gonna check out the new update. So, I'm glad to see you all. Hope you're glad to see the streams again. I'm gonna do audio really quickly, and we'll just get right into everything that's been going on. Make sure we're good to go. I'm gonna do audio really quickly, and we'll just get right into everything. All right, we're good. There's the Achillo right here on screen, you can see. I haven't even made one yet. I have taken about a 3-week or so hiatus from Path of Titans after planning on pretty much fully going into it for one huge reason, which we're going to get into in a minute, but I haven't made the Achillo yet. I don't even know if we're going to do that today, but I just wanted to check it out at least anyway. I've heard lots of different things about it. I don't know. The color scheme, at least on default, looked pretty cool. The model is a little bit outdated looking, but they'll, again, probably update it over time. What do we have? 20% bleed damage. That's a lot. 50% faster acceleration and 10% health regeneration. Those are all very, very interesting subspecies. Cool. I don't know. Maybe we'll make one today. Again, I haven't decided yet. We're going to kind of see where the current climate of the game is at. So, for those of you who have been wondering what I've been doing, why I've not been streaming, and why I haven't released any build guide videos, we'll go over all of that right now, get it out of the way, and then we'll dive in and play a little bit. So, let me just hop on Kent or something really quick. I don't even remember where anything is, honestly. My Kent was probably logged out somewhere, so, yep. Okay, well, we'll start here. How about that? Right in Crater with maybe a fight already going on. So, I had a build guide slash build slash, a little bit of combat guide going on for Kentro. I had it almost done. I had finished doing voiceovers. I had a bunch of clips. Let's get rid of global. We don't need to see that yet. It's too early. And I had 2 other build guides in the works, planning to all go out, like, about 3 weeks ago. And like I said, almost finished with them. Then Path of Titans drops this big update, which changed everything. It changed almost all the points that I covered in the build guide videos. It changed how bleed worked. It changed stats. It changed abilities. And I was like, I just put in all this work making these videos, and they're nearly done, and I'm getting ready to release them. And they change everything, which I know it's an early access game. Like, that's not... Just really unlucky timing is what I'm trying to say. It's really unlucky timing. So I was like, well, that kind of sucks. Now I need to go back in, and I'll need to retest, and I'll need to re-record, and I'll need to re-voice over and just see where everything's at. Like, the stuff that I shot for Kentro won't be applicable because that was on an older build, different abilities, different stat values. So I was like, okay, well, I need to reshoot. Bummer, but you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. So then I go to read the patch notes of everything that they changed and kind of see how the community was receiving the update. And from what I saw on Reddit and from the patch notes, I was like, this looks awful. Like, they made everything worse. Basically, in a nutshell, everything got slower. Everything got less maneuverable. it just looked like it was less fun to play. And I was really bummed out about that the game was kind of heading this place where like maneuverability mattered and skill in your movement was really, really starting to matter, and now they're walking all of that back. And I was like, why? I was really bummed out by that. So that got me really bummed out, and people were talking about, how the Achillo update was just nerfing stuff into the ground, and I was like, ugh, yuck. So that kind of turned me off of the game for a while, and I was just like, I don't even want to bother, because I know inevitably they're just going to release another patch that's going to balance stuff after the update, after they go, oh my gosh, we nerf things too much? How could we do that? And this is a very common theme. These guys do this all the time, for those of you who don't know. So I figured I'd just wait for this stuff to blow over. Maybe we'll get some balance patches and things will come back to being a little bit more fun. We have had a couple balance patches. I know at least one. I don't think it changed that much, but the other big thing too I want to point out that was deterring me from streaming was my computer crashing, and hopefully that's on the downslope. I'll knock on some wood really quick. But there's that, and there's also the fact that half of the stuff that was in the patch notes for the big Achillo update was stuff that they didn't talk about, that I didn't see coming, and the other half of it was stuff that I thought they were going to be adding stuff, and it turns out they didn't add a lot of stuff that they said they were going to be adding. For example, I was really excited about things like the Spino getting a better stamina regen buff and a couple other slow creatures, and it turns out that the only thing that got the stamina regen buff was the Metri and not the Spino for some reason yet, or other things. Allo was supposed to get some changes. It didn't really get the changes I thought were coming. The bleed, there was this supposed bleed damage increase coming that also I don't think happened. All sorts of very confusing stuff. So they kind of dropped this half update in a way, and I was like, why? Half the stuff that I was looking forward to in the update just didn't ship, and a lot of things got worse. A lot of things got worse. Let me see if I can, hold on. I'll take some space here for a second, just kind of immediately jump in. Look. Oh, this is one more point. Stuff changed in the patch notes and did not reflect any change in the actual abilities. Right here, for example, 10% armor and increased maneuverability when not in a group. They removed the increased maneuverability. Or at least according to the patch notes they did, but it's not showing up here, so I don't actually know if it's gone or not yet. Another example. The speed hide was supposed to get nerfed to 5%. It's still showing at 10. I don't know if that changed. How am I supposed to make a build guide if the information in the game, descriptions, are inaccurate and they're going directly against what the patch notes say? I literally don't know which way the abilities are right now. I actually have no clue. So there's a bunch of stuff that kind of deterred me from making more content. I think those patches have gone live. Like, I don't feel like I'm turning quite as well as I should be, but again, I have no idea. A bunch of really frustrating stuff that I was just like, I don't even know how to work around this. I genuinely don't know what abilities got changed because they're showing in the patch notes, but they're not showing up in game. So I don't know which one to believe. Do I believe the game and the in-game text, or do I believe the patch notes? It's really hard to tell with a game like this for when half the things that the devs say are in the game and functioning aren't even in the game or functioning. Like, there are abilities that just don't do what they're supposed to do, or passives that just don't do anything when they're supposed to do something. So I'm sitting here completely clueless basically at the moment. I don't know what's going on. So today we're just here to check out what's going on, see if we can notice any, difference in any of the abilities, things that they supposedly changed or didn't change. So I really don't know what's going on, other than the fact that we have a group of Urbies right here that are getting... I don't know what's going on. A Stag is losing to a Meg and some Pycnos. I mean, clearly some stuff has changed since I've last been in here, because there's no way, unless the Stag players knew. I'm definitely less maneuverable. I mean, again, I haven't played the game in a while, but I feel like I'm less maneuverable than I was. It's been about 3 weeks or a month since I've played, and I feel like I'm not getting that 10% maneuverability or speed. I think that it's the way the patch notes said, unless I've forgotten how to play completely. I don't think I fixed that either. So there's a bug that's been ongoing for a long time where the charge is supposed to, like for Pycnos and stuff, it's supposed to deal 0 damage if you press it without any run up. And as of right now, it looks like it's still doing max damage without any run-up just by tapping charge. So that's not supposed to be... Yeah, it's not supposed to be functioning like that either, but apparently it still is. Lots of stuff like that. You're on the Albert Equus? Okay. My Kent definitely does not feel maneuverable, not anywhere near like it did beforehand. And which is just so much less fun. Like, I feel so clunky turning around. Like, what? It's just so much less fun. Why? Who wants that? Everybody loved the speed and the maneuverability updates. Like, this is just so much more clunky feeling. I also hated it because it's like, dinosaurs, they're creatures. They should be able to turn in place, most of them, right? They're very maneuverable. It's just like a human. It's like saying a human would have a turn radius when they need to turn around. Like, it just makes no sense. Uh-oh, this bird's gonna be in trouble. This guy's starting to get hurt, though. Oh, hello there. Yeah, the lack of maneuverability is really just not great, honestly. And I'm drastically feeling the speed too, and who knows if it's even functioning as it's supposed to be functioning. It's really hard to tell. So the albino's hurting. He's definitely gonna go for me, right? Yeah, so 10% maneuverability decreases. That just sucks so much. And I had made this whole thing in the build guide about how you just... Oh my god. Okay, well that is nice of you. Thank you. What a friendly chap. I had made this whole point in my build guide for Kent that I was making about how you just don't need to take the, what's it called? Traction or whatever. Yeah. Because you have the increased turning speed, but decreased stamina recovery. So why would you take that when you have the lone survivor? And it's just better. It works better. You take that and you take the balanced tail, which is another thing that was supposed to... Wait, where is it? This one, yeah. It says 15%. I think this was nerfed to 5 as well. I think it was nerfed to 5. I'm not entirely sure, but I was like, you have those two things to combo together, and now it seems that I'm probably going to want to put traction back on. Jordan, what's going on? Welcome to Path to Titans. It's in the game is in a very, very confusing state right now. I also, like, this is somewhat shocking to me to see, I don't know, again, what all the changes they've made, I forget all of them, but to see 2 Pycnos winning a fight against a large group of herbivores is crazy. Like, like, large as in, these guys are interesting, okay. Like, stags and Eos and everything else, it's like, how are they killing stags? I don't know. Something's changed, clearly. This is very interesting. Instantly. What a massive mix of stuff happening. I'm not familiar with how the new bleed behaves, because obviously I've seen the patch notes, but I haven't experienced it for myself yet. So this guy's gonna try to get another charge on me. Here it comes. Don't mind me. I do need to get water, though, and the Sarco is not going to let me do that. Oh, there's a Rex. Oi, how did he like, double bounced me? Yo, sharpening. I need water pretty bad. I might go for wilderness here because, well, it's going to be risky leaving the area with those picnos. How many are there? I'm gonna hide. I'm not cut out for this, man. I just got back. It's been a month. I'm sorry. How's the new bleed react? It's supposed to be like harder to get off by. I really want to get water. I feel like I'm gonna get snapped though. Is he still there or did he switch? The speed reduction is very noticeable in combat. I think he hot swapped. Because I'm not seeing any sort of... How we feeling today, Rex? We friendly? We good? He's chill. Alright. I think the Sarco swapped, otherwise I should be dead by now. Imagine the EO's getting beat on right now. I gotta make some changes to my Kent build 100%. I'm not feeling good about... Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Wait, is this Meg? Oh, the Meg's chasing down the pick now. Meg is supposed to be really strong right now. They've already nerfed it again. I feel so much slower. What just happened to me? Is this Packy going for me? Oh my god, you're kidding me, dude. That's how you want to do it? Charges are still as predictable as ever. I don't know what the Packy's going for. What is he doing? He's just going for me still. Run off your bleed, Packy. Run off your bleed. Surprised these Megs aren't jumping on for the opportunity for kills. Game is still, it might even be even more janky than before. Is this Alia going for me too? That's a free kill. It's terrible too. What an idiot. Get him, small raptors. Get him. Seen a charge ready. No? Wow. Oh wow. This looks like I almost didn't see that coming. That's crazy. Oh my god, the maneuverability is so bad now. There you have it. I tried to turn the other way, so he decided to go back. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but is what it is. I gotta drastically change my Kent build because I feel like I'm playing like as an actual slug right now. Ooh, where? Of course, where my hoodoo. Nice. So I mean, it's clearly okay. Clearly, the in-game text is wrong, but we don't know what's wrong because I don't know. I don't want to refer to the patch notes every single time I'm like, let's see, is long distance runner actually doing 15% or has it been changed? Yeah, I don't know, because tell me how as a development company, as a dev team and a company, you can make a giant patch, change many abilities from how things function, but forget to update the in-game description of the things that you changed. And not only forget, like, do it on purpose, because it's been a month since the patch dropped. Or 3 weeks. 3 weeks to a month. What? How? I mean, that is the number one biggest reason at the moment why I haven't produced any build guides, because like I said, the ones that I had made before and was about to release are no longer relevant. And obviously the Kent fighting style has changed a good bit because of that. At least, you know, the build has changed. The fighting style is probably pretty similar, but the build has changed. I was very happy with where the Kent was in its current state, because if you were a bad Kent player, you would die very easily. If you were a good movement Kent player, you could survive for a super duper long time. And with that maneuverability decrease, holy hell, it is bad. It is very bad. It's very bad. Like, extremely noticeable how drastically shittier the Kent feels when it's trying to turn. And I can't get out of the way or dodge stuff or loop and hit people. I mean, part of what, I mean, I still can release some of the old combat footage, but I have combat footage that I shot just for those days of me shooting the build guide, of me soloing a Rex, of me soloing a 1v2 Kentro, v Kentro, 1v2. And what else did I get? I forget, there's something else too. There's something in there, that another fight, I forget what it was. I think a conch or something. But you had the ability to punch up and do everything, which was so nice because of maneuverability, if you were good enough to use the movement to your advantage. But being slower, I'm pretty sure the speed height is 5% difference now. So being 5% slower and drastically, I think, overall 15% less maneuverable, because I think they took 10% away from the tail, and they reduced the lone survivor down to 0. So I think, actually, you know what? I don't even know. It might be more than that, because this was supposed to be 10, and then this was, I feel like this also used to be 10. Did they change this? I don't know what they did. This right now would be 25%, which theoretically went from 25 down to 5, so it would be 20% less maneuverable, which is, and that's what it feels like. It feels like really bad. Like when I'm trying to, before I could make the circle no problem sprinting, and now I'm hitting the wall. So let's play around with the abilities a bit, because, oh my goodness. And I just made a whole thing too. Like, again, part of the guide was like, bleed damage is going to be good because bleed is getting changed for the better, and it seemingly got changed for the worse. And also now stamina regen is probably going to be the Kentro build to have, because you're going to probably have to run this freaking trash tier ability now. Increases turning speed by 20%. I feel like they may have changed that up from 10. Did they make it better? And decrease stamina regen by 30%. So that sucks. However, 20% faster maneuverability is going to feel much more like normal Kentro now, and it does, because it should be 20 and 5, so it should be exactly the same as it was with traction. So 20% increased turning speed, if that's actually true, and a 5% off of that, I believe. The speed hide, the armor hide might honestly be better now, because a 5% faster movement speed buff should make almost no difference at all. I mean, I don't know. I feel so slow like this. I feel so slow. Oh man, Kentro. I guess the 5% is still probably good, because everything else got nerfed too, so everything got slower all together, so the 5% probably still makes a difference. Just the fights happen at a slower speed now instead of a faster speed. I gotta pull up the full patch notes, because I want to see what changed. I want to see if traction actually got changed, among other things. Path of Titans, Kilo patch notes. See if I can find a patch notes thing here. Not there. All this is old patch notes. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, yep. There's a lot of, okay, vague stuff here. Okay, this doesn't actually contain the statistics. Oh, come on, Path of Titans. Path of Titan, maybe we'll just go to Reddit. Still looking to try to find it. So they have this hotfix here. Oh, I totally forgot. You know what? Their Discord lists all the... I always forget. Weird spot. I guess kind of a weird spot for it, but their Discord lists all the patch notes. Let me go find it here. Where are they? There they are. Okay. Announcements. Okay, so there's a hot fix. Let me see. Megalania decreased damage boost to 20% was 25. Okay, removed Venom from Venom Bite, renamed Heavy Bite. Killvader got some nerfs as well. The DASP Piercing Bite cooldown was changed from 25 seconds to 15 seconds, so that's 10% better increase. Adjusted the venom and poison values, and then that's the last hot fix. So here's the actual patch. Oh boy, this is so long. All right, let me get the gist of some of the important stuff here. This dropped on January 29th. Let me skip down to like Kentro so we can get the gist of what's going on. Lone Survivor, remove the turn boost. Lightweight scales, reduce speed to 5%, was previously 10, so that's what I thought. Balance tail, reduced to 5%, was previously 10. So riddle me this. Riddle me this. Why does this say 15%? What I thought was right. I can't believe this. I'm gonna read this again. Reduced turn boost to 5% was previously 10. This is why this is why I haven't released a build guide. Because I don't want to be feeding you all misinformation on what to use. I mean, because based off of what's right like in front of me on screen, I'd say you run Balanced Tail, you run Lone Survivor, you never run Traction, and you run the Speed Hide, and this is the build. I mean, this is what it was. This is what I was going to tell you guys to do. Because this should be 10% increased movement. This should be 15% increased turning speed as well, or maneuverability here as well, so that's 25 total. This should be 10%. None of this is true. None of I don't even know if this is true. How did this change? What on earth? Okay, so here's the plan. We gotta feel what this feels like. I mean, this is bad. This is like really bad. So we feel that. Now we take off the tail. Oh, that's the wrong tail. That's the tail tag. Let me swap these because I feel like this is bad. I keep getting confused. There we go. Take off the turning tail. It doesn't feel any different. It honestly doesn't. I mean, it feels even better, honestly. This might be working against... Hold on. This is probably making it worse. I honestly feel like it got 5 to 10% worse. I'm not kidding. Judging by how I'm going around this flower right here, I feel like it got worse. Okay, wait. Let me try to get it like pretty even. I genuinely feel like it's worse with it on. I don't know. I mean, again, it's such a small difference. It might not be anything at all. It probably is still 5%. It's just reading 15 for some reason now. I don't know. I wish there was a way to actually tell. It's like, okay, it might be slightly better. If anything, it's 5%. It's not 15. That is 100% sure. So, traction theoretically is way, yeah, that's noticeable. That's noticeable. That's a tight turn radius. So theoretically, this is what it will look like now. The armor, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. And I feel like they changed traction too. Is that like in here anywhere? Traction. Let me search their Discord. Okay, some of the speed boosts, blah, 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 blah. We moved from Lone Survivor's turning boost. We found it too strong with my other turn boost. Spoiler alert, it was not too strong at all. So just traction or balance tail. Finally lower. Yeah. But then they made everything. It's just so stupid. I really hate that they did this. This is like the wide nerf across the board. Clean sweep nerf. And just everything is less fun because you feel like you're on a roller coaster now and you can't turn at all. So the Spino, drench blows, increased damage 20%, remove turn boost from Lone Survivor. So look at this. This makes me so frustrated. So things like the Spino, which were already not in a great spot, but still somewhat viable as a semi-aquatic playing specifically around water pools with Stomp, got so much worse. They were supposed to add increased stamina regeneration. Nope, didn't get it. So it has the worst stamina regeneration in the freaking game, combined with, they just took away its 10% turning speed boost that made it anywhere near, like, thought-provokingly viable, and left it like that. What? Like, oh, a Drench Blows does 10% more damage. I can't, like, why did they do this? They always nerf, and they don't give anything back in return. Like, everything got worse across the board. Iggy got nerfed into the ground. They made Meg better, go figure, and then obviously they nerfed it again. But so many things. Allosaurus, too, like, got stuff nerfed and changed and hasn't been reworked, so it still has the old abilities. Like, it's still got the slowdown on the turning radius with the speed hide. There's so much in here that's just like, what are they thinking? So Pycno, again, reduced the the turn tail radius, reduced gripping claw radius. So Pycno lost those two things as well. Alio got nerfed into the ground. There's so much that changed. Serrata. Okay, that's the other thing. Serrata has reduced speed boost, again, the speed hide, and then reduced the bounce tail. But Serrata was supposed to take the armored tail. Armored tail was supposed to take a damage reduction nerf. It's not in here. It's not here under Serrata. What happened? It's like 90% damage reduction right now. It's supposed to go down to 15 or something. That didn't happen theoretically. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't fathom how it says here in the patch notes, balanced tail reduced from 10% turn to 5%. But it now says 15. I can't fathom how they did that. Oh my god. So I think currently, again, this is going to suck because we're taking 30% decreased stamina regeneration. I think the play for Kentra right now is just to run traction, which sucks. Because the already decently slow stamina regen is now going to be like Spino. I mean, it's going to not move, right? Look at this. It's faster than Spino, but god, that's disgusting. Look at that. What a... You know what? Path of Titans, cheers. You know, I wanted to spend more time sitting on the ground doing nothing for my gameplay. And I wanted to spend more time running into rocks and cliffs as I turn, because the turn radius is like an excavator. Jesus. So, I mean, at least we have the turn speed relatively back up, but the regeneration is going to be absolutely terrible. Yeah, overall, just no. And, again, the subspecies, the stamina regen, I switched my build from the damage reflection, which was previously speed, to attack, because I was like, you know, attack's going to be really, really good in the upcoming patch, the bleed rework patch. Nope. I've been saying that for a while now. I explained on stream that's why I switched to this build when giving build pointers. Nope. We've been duped, unless again it's a half-ass patch. I don't know what they did, because it really seems like they released half the patch. Because so many things that were supposed to be in it, like the Serrato armored tail damage reduction nerf and the Spino stamina regeneration buff and the bleed damage rework buff, they're just not there. I don't know, and there was no, like, this is part 1 of 2, or as far as I know anyway, there was no announcement saying, like, hey guys, we did half of this stuff, the rest of it's coming in a month. They just kind of were like, here's the patch, here it is, have fun. And there were memes on Reddit going around about how they just, like, you know, it was basically like, if I can't win, no one can. And, you know, like, just all these things about flat nerfs across the board. Like, everyone's gonna suffer if I have to suffer. Like, everything getting nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. It's just like, oh no. It's really sad because, like I said, the game wasn't, I was very much enjoying the game in its previous state beforehand, and enough to the point where I was, like I said, switching my entire channel to be this identity. And really enjoying the combat and the freedom of movement that we were having and everything else. And this patch alone was enough to make me go, yeah, I think I don't want to play for 3.5 weeks. Which I know, again, that probably had the opposite effect on a lot of people because a new dinosaur was added, but to me, it's just so much changed, and as a creator, so many inconsistencies are in the game right now across the board that I don't even know what to cover because I feel like I can't cover anything. It's such a weird... The game is in such a weird place right now. Such a weird place. Maybe Serrata is just... Maybe I should just main Serrata now. Maybe that's the thing to do because I feel like it avoided most of the hard-hitting nerfs across the board. So I don't know. Maybe maybe that's what I should be doing. Because yeah, this for build, I really want to make build guides. That's the thing. It's like build guides is what I want to start doing a bunch of that stuff. But I'm gonna have to hold off on build guides until they get the game in a place where the in-game text actually reflects what's going on, or I'll have to do a bunch of my own back-end research trying to compare speeds roughly from things now from what they were before by like comparing video evidence, which is just a major pain. Like I don't want to do that, which sucks. And now we get to see the state of the game right here put on full display. We can see how long it takes for the Kentro to regen stamina with a 30% slower reduction. I think the stamina regen hide is only 10% faster stamina regen, so it'll be a net minus 20 on the stamina regen. It's just like, oh my god, we don't need that. I'll keep ranting about this, by the way, because so many times the devs have stated things like, we want all builds to be viable, and we want all abilities, so everybody's running different kits, which is not the case. Some abilities are just way, way better and way outclass other abilities. And they've also said things like, we don't want anything to be like a pure buff. We always want to have drawbacks, which is going to change how your build works. So a good example of that would be this, right? You get increased turning radius, but you lose stamina recovery. So that's going to influence how your build works, for sure. But then they just add things like this. Pure buff. You know, pure buff, pure buff, pure buff, pure buff, or pure buff, right? So most of the abilities in the game are in a state right now where they've actually been removing the downsides. Like they removed the downsides from lightweight scales for most creatures other than Aloe, which still has it for some reason. But then they keep things in the game like this. And then now they're forcing you to use things in the game like this if you want to be able to turn it all. It's so backwards to me. Like it's mind blowing. Like what? Just any consistency with that throughout the development process would be great. Do you want drawbacks and abilities? Do you not want those? Do you want to have diversity in your builds? Do you not want to have diversity in your builds? Because you keep making abilities that are insanely broken, like Claw Barrage, and then being like, players are still gonna run Drenched Blows and other things, right? Like, come on, man. I don't get it. So, I mean, I will stick covering this game. I can't promise the coverage is going to be consistent for the next month or so, depending on what they do and how everything's going. You know, I don't know. Oh, the other thing that was supposed to, again, another big change that was supposed to be coming this patch was the pounce hide, the anti-pounce hide. I don't know if that's changed or not, because that was supposed to be that it no longer 100% blocks pouncing from happening. And it instead reduces or increases the amount of stamina that pouncers lose when they are latched onto you. That was supposed to drop with the pounce rework, which, again, half of it dropped because they changed how the pounce works for the pouncers, and they removed the bleed from the basic raptor bite, which was supposed to come along with the pounce hide not being 100% pounce proof anymore. Did that happen? I don't think so. Like, as I mean, there's so much stuff that's like, what happened, guys? We got half a patch that we were promised. Like, also, all this stuff I'm referencing is from, like, the public test branch. That was, again, like, the armored tail nerf and the Spino stamina regen buff and all of this stuff. The stuff that we thought, and the bleed, the stuff that we thought was coming with everything, but then they kind of half-released the patch and no word on anything else, so I genuinely don't know. I don't know anything other than Kentro feels like it sucks currently, which sucks because this is my favorite dino. I mean, again, I'm just gonna have to get used to playing around the stamina regen. That's the biggest problem. Not too much change other than it got a little slower. If you're gonna go ahead and run traction, I'll just have to be a lot more conscious of what I'm doing with stamina management, more so than I already was, and very conscious of when I have to go and take rest, which is going to be way earlier than normal probably if I don't want to risk killing myself. So that's a little sad. Maybe Serrata's going to be our main from here on out until they nerf Armored Tail. Assuming it's not been nerfed. Again, I have no way to tell because I don't know if I should trust the patch notes for everything or if I should trust the in-game for anything at all. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Equus is still in here. I'm gonna see if I can make a group with Equus. Because, yeah, again, Lone Survivor. Now that you don't have increased maneuverability, I think they should also delete the text that says when not in a group. Just give us 10% increased armor because. And again, why they're just so backwards. Or they took away. They were like, we took away the maneuverability because it was too much when stacked with other maneuverability builds. What about the armor, bud? Is that not too much when stacked with the 15% armor from Tough Scutes? That's 25% armor. What? Where's the logic in that? Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's so weird. Because I think you just leave it alone. It was in a great spot. All of the movement abilities did not need to be changed. It wasn't a change that anybody was asking for. Again, all that stuff was in a very functioning spot. I think overall the community as a whole was very happy with the current state of maneuverability and speed of most dinosaurs. I won't say all because there were some that I feel like needed to be tweaked, but of most dinosaurs. Stamina people were not happy about, but that didn't really change this patch. And I mean, if anything, the changes that they made in game have an overall negative impact on stamina regeneration because you have to run things like traction and you won't get as far in a stamina bar because the speed got slower, and you won't be able to make as good cuts because your turning radius went down. Like, it's just no. Hear your community, come on, Alderon, hear us. Like, we're saying this stuff is not fun. Nobody wants to have much wider turning radiuses and move slower and feel more sluggish. People want to have a balanced game. Start balancing your damage, balance weight classes, balance armor, right? Balance stamina, please fix the stamina. And you know, again, the whole stamina is an issue now too because several patches ago, that's when they broadly nerfed and equalized stamina regeneration across the board, which just made some dinosaurs just insanely bad. Like Spino. It got hit hard with stamina drain and regeneration. Metri got utterly destroyed, at least that they've supposedly patched Metri. Maybe Metri is really viable now. I don't know. Because Metri supposedly got the stamina regen. That was the only dinosaur that got the stamina regen fixed. So maybe Metri's actually good now. It was fine before. It was fine. It was just in a state where once you run your stamina bar out, you are dead if anybody decides to pursue you. That is remotely close to your weight class. So maybe it's more viable now. But I still feel like Serrato probably... Again, Serrato... Serrato's probably still really good, but taking the maneuverability away from it's going to suck because it was so maneuverable and nice before, and I'm thinking like, oh, it'll be fine still, right? Because it won't be fine. It got nerfed. I think it had Lone Survivor. No, wait, did it? Maybe it didn't. No, I don't think it did. I don't know. But the tail, the balanced tail got nerfed. Game is in a weird place right now. If anybody has any questions, fire in chat. I'll try to answer them. I'm probably pretty much as much in the dark about most of this stuff as most of you are, so I don't know. I'll try my best to answer questions. If they're about me or what my thoughts and stuff, I definitely can answer them, but if you're like, what is the best thing to put on my Albert? I'm not going to have a clue right now. I can make a generalized guess, but everything is so inconsistent across the board from the patch notes, the in-game abilities right now that it's not in a good spot. So I'm going to work on questing back up here because we did take that inevitable death there. I figured I wasn't going to get out of that fight, but Picno ran into its reinforcements. It's funny because I still don't feel like 100% maneuverable. I don't feel like I have my maneuverability fully back. It should be the same. 20 and 5% should be the same as 10 and 15, unless one of them was somehow doing more than the other ability. Again, there's so much behind the scenes here that I really don't know. So I'll scoop up these these quests. I do want to get enough to buy. I need 500. So I want to have enough to buy the other build. Equus is being attacked. Equus, I don't know where you are. You can message group if you get a shot or get a chance here. I can maybe assist. I don't know where you are. Also, again, my graphics looks like, you know, everything looks terrible and 2D potato mud because I have everything turned down for streaming. So my videos won't look like this though. I play the game with my normal graphical settings when I'm recording. So just so that's cleared up. Alright, got those done. Regen stamina time. Let's see how slow it goes when I'm just 1 times down. Oh, that's great. Lovely. Take off my sweater, get a little warm. Maybe by the time I'm ready, my stamina will be done regenerating. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, I still don't feel as maneuverable as before. Again, maybe it's just because I took a large hiatus away from the game. I don't know. But it really does not feel quite as maneuverable. I don't know. I have no way to know if the abilities are actually doing what they say too, which is the sad part. I will have to put this new build to the test just in combat to see how natural the hit and run style I usually play with feels, or if it still feels nasty and not great, like a semi truck turning. We should be pretty close to 500 coins. Yeah, we have it. Okay. So I want to see. Obviously, if I change subspecies, we'll be down an entire stage of growth, which is not fun, but such is life, I guess. Which I might start doing, because if I change subspecies and I leave my Kentro in a cave to get rested buff, I can just grow it back on trophies over a couple sessions, which I might do, because if this is the current build that we're going to be doing here, it still says unlock. Okay, thank goodness. I thought it just ate my coins for a minute. So, okay. So there's the, let's see, bleed damage, stamina recovery. I'm just looking at the actual physical difference of the build. They both look cool. I mean, the stamina recovery is like the buff version. It's got the fat neck. I think the bleed damage looks the coolest. This one's not bad looking. Oh, excuse me. I think that 10% stamina is probably going to be the best. I had in my video, I was like, it's a toss-up between stamina regeneration and bleed damage because of like how you're going to be playing. Not anymore. I think it's going to be massively in the favor of stamina recovery. I guess I'll begin shed. This is sad, but here we go. What? I look smaller. Oh yeah, okay, there's the growth bars. They're there. Sad. Also, I think if you log out and back in, there's a way to skip your, at least there's usually a way to skip your shed. Tiny little baby Kentro. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we are sub-adult. Yahoo! I'm gonna update this in my app here. I have a little list of my dinos. Kentro, where are you? You are no longer at the crater edge and no longer combat viable for the time being. Desolate Pass. Kentro. Need a trophy. Okay. Well, there we go. We have that figured out. So, I don't know. Oh, wait, the shedding was back. Oh, whatever. Let me see what we have around. So, my Serato is this right? Grand Plains River by Waterfall? Yes. Seems right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check now. Yeah, so no lone survivor. I got that right. So... Oh, but I'm not even using balance. Oh, that's right. I'm using the armored tail. Yeah, silly me. So it got slower. It got slower. 10. It's only a 10%, 5% now. So maybe tough would be the way to go. I don't know. So again, everything got nerfed across the board, so it shouldn't make a difference. This should be relatively unchanged. So I think Serata might be the way just to win. Again, I don't know anything about Achillo. I haven't played it really. I heard it was really strong for a while, and then they nerfed it, and then nobody's playing it anymore, really. But or the hype's already died down. So, oh yeah, Serato still feels good. So I guess cause this is normally how it is. Damn, it'd be crazy with it, extra maneuverability, but armored tail. Armored tail, way to go. I guess I could still do Serato. Most part would be unchanged, which is great. I need to get this guy out. Here's a build guide we probably actually could do because nothing changed. Unless, I don't know. I don't think the cooldown's changed here. That seems normal. That seems normal. Was it resetting both of them before? I mean, they should unattach the cooldowns. That I guess it was. I don't remember it showing though the seconds. Yeah, I think it was always attached. That seems normal. All right. Let's see if we can go get my Kentro its first trophy. Alright, you gotta go, Equus. Well, thanks for playing anyway. I know we got to do like only a little bit of combat, but I'm just trying to figure out what's what and what's going on with the current state of the game, so. Hey, look, it's one of the Pycnos. It's trying to attack me. This is what you want to do, buddy? Where are you going? Someone hurting? Are we having trouble already? Gotta watch my stamina here. There you go, dude. Well, one of the buffoons is down. And again, 50% at least of my damage came from me thrashing because, you know, the reflection damage onto yourself, so. That was fun. A little bit of sweet, sweet revenge from an aggro Pycno. Just gotta get up here and chill for a minute. I'll get my stamina back. Heal a little bit. Thanks for playing, Equus. Yeah, stamina regen is so much better on these guys than it is on Kentro now. Trophy. Oh, I forgot. I can't exchange trophies with myself. So sad. Trophy number 1 for me. Well, I guess I could just give it away or turn it in on myself, I suppose. But damn it, I wish you could still exchange with yourself. This is another reason that just group play always better, right? Just in case. Since this guy is surveying. Where did he go? Curl the wrong way. Making so much noise. This way is probably good, right? Yeah, there we go. Not bad. Alright. I'll take it. Little peek inside the cliff. I was hoping he was going to rest right over here. I was like, we get another free kill maybe, potentially. Sadly, no. Guess this is a perfect time to scour some more of the patch notes, honestly. Let me pull some of those back up. Excuse me while we're healing here. Okay. So, patch notes. Let's go over everything else. So the Serato, again, it reduced the lightweight scales to 5% from 10%, so that's the movement speed. We knew that. We got the balanced tail reduced as well, which, again, we knew that. We're not using it, though, so that's good. The Meg got a bunch of stuff changed. I'm going to go over that. The Alio, the Alio's probably not viable. I have to ask Fuzz. He's been playing a little bit more than I have. Combat weight lowered by 900. Went from 3,000 to 2,100. That's crazy strong nerf. That is huge. Obviously, Balanced Tail and Lone Survivor nerfed as well. Alio is probably extremely weak. I didn't think about that while I was fighting on my Kent. It started running really quickly, and that's probably why. The Dasp theoretically got a little better. The Bone Snap speed decrease got a little less impactful, down to 10% from 15. Of course, Balanced Tail got nerfed as well. And they added another change where the cooldown on one of the abilities was reduced. That's good. That was in a patch that they released afterwards. The Suko, this is the other thing. Drench Blows damage is increased to 20% from 10. They were supposed to nerf Claw Barrage. Did that happen? I don't know. Like, half the things that they said they were going to do, just no update. Allosaurus, reduced speed boost to 5% from 10, and turn radius reduction from 25 down to 15. Again, just remove it entirely. Everything else in the game doesn't have a turn reduction, radius reduction on the speed hide still. Allo, why Allo? Crazy. Added fresh blood ability, which I gotta check that out actually. So dumb. Sarco, Spino got the Drench Blow thing. Tyrannosaurus reduced the speed scales, and it still has Tyrannosaurus has the turn radius thing attached to the speed height as well for some reason still. Balanced Tail. Campto, of course, taking nerfs again with the speed hide as well. Struth got a couple of things. Anything else important? Packy, same kind of stuff. Kentro we talked about. Styrica and Albertoceratops, this is important. They actually, aside from the nerfs across the board, they got adjusted to match other dinosaurs' base stats. This is, oh wait, hold on, that's not a sign. This is also not English too. Improved base turns in place. So I'm assuming that just means that their base turning radius from a standstill got increased. So that's good because the Ceratopsians should be able to turn pretty quickly in place. But other than that, no, everything sucks. Bummer update? Yeah, massive bummer update, Eleven. Everything just got worse, which is why I haven't been streaming / I had a bunch of content guides ready to come out. Like, I had 2 or 3. I had 1 almost ready to go. And 2 in the works for build guides for main, like, popular dinosaurs. Hold on, we have something. And they released this update, which drastically changed how almost all of the abilities function. Oh, is it the same Pycno? Hold on. We have to go after him again. So yeah, everything got worse across the board. They nerfed like speed across the board. They nerfed turn radius across the board. They nerfed so many things. Just making so many things worse across the board for no reason. So that kind of sucks. I don't know why. They cited like there was too much fun basically. Like things where there's too much turning radius and too much speed going around. So they just made everything worse again. Think we can actually sneak up on this guy. What a nightmare. Yeah, everything just got like less. Oh, the best part, the amount of inconsistencies. They say things in the patch notes. None of the abilities in game reflect change. Like here's my favorite one so far. This tail, or where's this? Balanced Tail. It says gain 15% increased turning. In the patch notes, it said we changed Balanced Tail to 5% increased turning. Was previously 10. It just says 15. 15 was none of the above. What is going on? That was a Suko. So almost every single ability, if not every single ability that they changed balance-wise, it's not reflected in game. So I don't even know what to cover content-wise. I don't know what's what. Suko's trying to get in the way. I can't see anything, the sun is in my eyes. Apparently the Suko wants to die too though, so. I just need to like move the curtain a little bit. Oh, now I can see. You can just, he's dealing more damage to himself than he is to me with this biting my tail, so if he wants to continue to do that, go ahead. Shark, what's going on? Oh, how come I can't move? I do have to get stamina though, so. No way. He's letting me get stamina. This is crazy. You would change my name back to Anikiware. Also, happy Friday. Thank you. And you could if you want. Not a bad change. I'll fix my camera in a second. I just changed my lighting drastically in here. I can't believe he's probably going for the trophy right now. I'll just start doing dodging, and then if he wants to come hammer on my tail, he can. Because I definitely am still 90% immune. I'll just kill him with Charge Bite slowly, because I can't afford to damage myself anymore with Thrash, so. He's terrible. He falls for the bait every single time, then he goes on a little, like, just sprint rampage for my tail, which is not doing anything to me. We go in, he does the bite, then we hit him. I'm gonna kill him like this, he's dead. So Serato's still extremely viable. Again, if he wants to trade bites on my tail, I have damage reflection as Serato, and plus the like 90% damage reduction on the tail ends up meaning that he's gonna deal more to himself than me by biting my. What is he just? He's had claw attack this entire time and he hasn't been using it. That's crazy. Nice. Bozo. So I think that was the same pick. No, I got double revenge on now, and the that's 2 for the Kent, 3 for the Kent. Let me change the camera settings here so it's really washed out. Let me see. That's a little better. Well, 2 trophies. Gotta get some water. I still don't know whether or not it would be good to go to tough here, since a lot of the damage I'm dealing is to myself with Thrash, but Strata's still very, very viable and performing pretty much as normal, so that's good. Shark says also rip Battlefront to Palpatine. Yeah, rip Battlefront to Palpatine. He's not here anymore. I still have the picture though, don't worry. But yeah, he's no longer with us. Yeah, we did a full rebrand into Path of Titans for the channel, but you know, as soon as it's so timely. As soon as I did that, Path of Titans came up with this entirely wonky balance patch that made the game extremely unfun to play, so. I'm just waiting for the Sarko. I'm waiting for it. I'm doing Path of Titans. Mostly only doing Path of Titans. I'm not like 100% opposed to doing other things, but I will mostly be doing Path of Titans. Right now I'm in this interim area, like in between transitioning, where I'm going to be doing mostly Path of Titans streams, but I still might do a couple other things occasionally if something really fun drops or comes out that I want to cover. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of build guide videos, how-tos, what's good, what's not good, how to combat, all sorts of stuff. But I really want the game to get into a more stable place and not be terrible first. Because what had happened is, I talked about in the beginning of this stream, is that I had made some build guides for stuff, and then they drastically changed everything. Normally they don't across the board change everything. It's some slight changes, and it's not going to affect a build guide that much. This was a massive change across the board. They changed everything, so it completely invalidated the build guides I was putting together, so I never posted them. Think devs will revert anything? No, probably not. They don't listen to it. Okay, if they do, it'll be like 6 months from now. I was hoping that at least some of the stuff would get tweaked a bit, which is why I waited to cover anything. That, and because, like I said, the abilities are just not updated. I'll give you another more examples. Let's see. We don't have a ton of stuff on here. This is supposed to say 5% now. It's still 10% speed. I don't think not too much else changed here. But yeah, most other dinosaurs have abilities that say what they're not supposed to say. It's stuff pre-patch descriptions or like several patches ago, which it's all over the place. I don't know how. This is the biggest thing that's prevented me from covering stuff. Like, I don't know what's what, because patch notes say one thing, in-game says another thing, and half the stuff that was supposed to drop with this patch didn't get dropped. Stuff that was supposed to make the game a lot better. For example, in like the public test branch, there was a bunch of stuff that was like, oh, really neat. Bleed was supposed to receive a damage buff. Things that basically cannot even move because their stamina is so terrible, like Spino was supposed to get a stamina regen buff. There was a bunch of changes. Armored Tail is supposed to get nerfed on the Serato. There's a hide right now that makes creatures immune to being pounced, which is just taking away an entire mechanic of the game from raptors. All that stuff was supposed to change. The pounce hide is supposed to make you not immune to pouncing, but make a higher stamina drain on those who latch onto you and pounce you. So that was supposed to change. Armored Tail is supposed to get nerfed, which is what I'm running on the Strata. Makes my tail basically invincible. Spino is supposed to get stamina regen increase. Bleed was supposed to get damage buff. Many other things are supposed to change to make the game better. That just did not make it into the patch. No word if they're coming, but it was like coupled abilities that were supposed to go with things that they changed, which is why I'm like, what happened? Because I'll take the anti-pounce hide, for example, because what happened with that was they were supposed to change raptors so that like pouncing costs more stamina. It drains stamina more quickly while you're pounced and latched onto creatures. They're trying to make this a little bit easier because it was too strong before. They took away a bleed from the raptor default bite, and it was supposed to come with the change to the anti-pounce hide that no longer 100% blocks it from being pounced and instead makes it just take more stamina for the pouncer and makes the pouncey able to escape more easily. So that was supposed to be the change overall. Half of that arrived. The raptors got nerfed. They don't get bleed anymore to their attacks. The pounce got worse, but the pounce hide still makes you 100% immune to even being pounced. I don't know why. Like, what is the thought process there? Is there a thought process? Like, half the stuff. The only creature also that got its stamina regen tweaked and fixed was the Metri. There were a couple other ones that are drastically in need of a regen tweak. Spino was one of them. Nope, nothing. Some creatures, it's just full of inconsistencies. Some creatures, for example, I talked about this earlier too, but the devs are stuck in this place between, we want to have unique and individual builds so that everything is going to be different, and we also want to have everything has a drawback, so you're not just getting a pure buff when you equip something. You know, okay, seems great, seems fair. Except for the fact that they've removed almost all the drawbacks from their abilities, so they're just buffs, except for on some dinos. Example, lightweight scales is supposed to read 5% speed increase, but it also used to have a 25% decrease in your turning speed, which was removed over time from all dinos except for things like the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Allosaurus. And there's probably a couple others, but why? Why do they still have it? And conscious enough too, like it's a conscious decision for them to keep it, because in the patch notes, when they changed lightweight scales from 10% speed buff to 5 for the Allosaurus, they said, we also made the turning radius decrease slightly better, with from 25% down to 15. Guys, remove it. It's removed from everything else. Why is it still there? It's just like, I don't understand. I genuinely, it's like flabbergasting the thought process here from these devs. I don't get it. So that's why there's been no build guides. Hey Brandon, what's going on? Long time no see. It's really that much worse, people won't hang around. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It was enough for me, like, so I was in a place before this patch where obviously I was enjoying the game enough to be like, yeah, I want to focus my entire channel around it and cover it with updates and, you know, build guide videos and whatever. It was enough for me to go from that to, you know, I think I'm going to take a 3.5 week hiatus from the game entirely and just not play it. Like that, it was enough to do that to me. And I like, that's not good. If you're veteran players who are also wanting to cover the game for content or being like, no, it's not fun, from one patch, you probably should revert that, or most of the changes. Like that is crazy. I don't know. Brandon, 26 months. Look at you rolling with the member pack there. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for supporting me for so long through my content patches and absent patches. Not helpful at all from them. Might be the problem. Yeah, there's just no thought process. It doesn't seem like there's a thought process. It really doesn't seem like it at all. I'm all right. And yourself? I'm not bad. Not bad. Just wish the game was not the way that it is right now. Some bad patches recently. But yeah, doing all right though. So about the most dedicated players are just done. Yeah, I took a break. Fuzz took a break. He's been playing a little bit more than I have, but he took a break for like 2 or 3 weeks as well. Just like, ugh. Shark says, I remember when Overwatch 2 first came out. My friend loved Overwatch. We stopped playing the game for like a year. Yeah, so that's another thing, right? Like, as L11 and I used to play a lot of Overwatch 2, and as they changed Overwatch and patched and stuff and added more characters, we were just like, no, you know, I remember when like Brigitte or whatever her name is came out, it ruined the game. We were like, this isn't fun anymore. You know, well, way back when, but you know, that is part of the, you know, double-edged sword with live service games that constantly get changed. Just things that you like are probably just not going to stay that way forever, which is part of the problem with this game, except for the fact that the devs don't seem to listen to the community at all, and they should, because it's a small enough community that they definitely can hear us, definitely. And stuff like this, I mean, I remember seeing like the memes on Reddit the day this patch dropped were like, you know, stuff like, you know, if I can't win, then nobody can, or you know, it's like stuff across the board. It was just like, you know, if you can't have fun, or if I can't have fun, you can't have fun as well, like to every other dinosaur in the game, stuff like that. And just, I'm paraphrasing, but you know, it was just like, because they made changes like to speed height across, like everybody was, I mean, I was really enjoying it. I'm saying everybody was enjoying it. I hope everybody was enjoying it. It seemed to be the general consensus with everybody playing the game, was that, yes, moving faster feels good. Turning sharper feels good. Having your gameplay more reliant on your movement feels great, because other than that, you're just clicking abilities. There's no aiming, there's no targeting, there's no, like, so your skill is in your movement and your positioning, which is drastically what this game is. And it was in a great spot beforehand. It was really, like, skilled players could stay alive for a really long time, even though the stamina nerfs a couple patches ago suck. But then they decided to strip that away. Like, they're making it, everything across the board got slower. This patch, everything across the board turns slower. Why? What was, like, the devs were like, well, we felt like it was getting out of hand. The turn radius was too much on some dinosaurs. Do you guys feel that way? Or, like, I haven't heard that echoed at all in the community at all, really. Ever. So where did we get this from? Why this? Nobody asked for this. Like, people are asking for stuff. Patch in things that people are asking for. Like, I don't know. It was mind-blowing to me. Blizzard doesn't listen either. Well, yeah, see, that's the difference, right? Blizzard is this huge company, AAA studio, right? They're not going to listen. They never will. They never have. These guys, Alderaan Dev, indie team, what are you doing? Listen to a community. Small community. Listen. What? I don't get it. This is what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know? No big game company listens to their community. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's very true. They're not going to listen. But, however, Alderaan games should be listening, because their community is not that big. I mean, I know it's decent, but, like, they're not the size of Blizzard or these other huge companies, right? So I don't know. But here's examples, right? This ability is supposed to read 10% increased armor when not in a group. That's it. They removed the maneuverability piece of that, but that's still there. I'm not sure if traction got updated, because I don't remember it being 20% increased turn speed. Maybe it is. This is supposed to be 5%, not 10. This is supposed to be 5%, not 15. And then the patch notes, it said it went from 10 to 5. So maybe they haven't updated the descriptions for like 3 patches now. I don't know what's happening. Like, and also because the bleed was supposed to get an attack damage or a damage buff that never came, I literally changed my entire build on Kentro to 5% bleed damage, because I thought that this patch, it would be really good for bleed instead of going to stamina. When you change this, you have to regrow an entire stage of growth. I'm down to sub-adult now. And I would have changed to stamina had I known that they weren't going to add half the patch, but again, I had no way to know. So here we are again, going to be regrowing Kent for a 3rd time from sub-adult now, because I'm changing to stamina regen again to counter the shitty ability front or traction that they're making me run in front limb spot now, because this is how I get my turning speed back. 20% increased turning speed, I have to take a 30% slower stamina regeneration hit. Like, stuff like that is like, oh, yeah, it's so icky. I don't know why they're making me do it. Sucks, but at least Blizzard does patches when they said they would. Yeah, that's because they actually have like they have to be held accountable. I mean, well, I'll say that lightly, but you know, they have people invested in them that are investors that are like, hey, you know, if you don't get this out, you better watch out, buddy. So that, you know, they have incentives. I don't know what incentives Alderaan has. I don't know what they're doing. They seem to be just patching the game for the sake of doing whatever the hell they want with the game, which when you're running a service like this is not really what you might want to be doing. So I don't know. I'm changing my camera around. Hold on. As it's getting darker in here. I usually have, I don't usually have, I used to have the auto balance stuff on for it, but I don't anymore because the auto is terrible and it looks terrible, so I just manually adjust it. Maga came out the entire tank meta was to play him or lose. It's free to play tank. I mean, it's like, yeah. See, I don't even know what that character is because I haven't played really Overwatch 2 at all. I don't plan on it. But I mean, the same thing was it was the same case for half of the heroes I released over time, right? Like back in Overwatch 1 when like Brigitte came out, it was the same way. You either have one on your team or you lose. There's no in between. It's just you're never gonna in the pre-patch state. Character is absolutely broken. Brig was out of this world good before. Well, I'm sure it's even worse now, right? Because paying for heroes is just that is the worst. Like I'm so sick of the free to play pay for shit model. I'm so sick of it. Like battle passes, Fortnite, buy this, buy that, and Overwatch converted to that just makes me sick. Like that's so much worse. You have to buy the battle pass or play for so long. Yeah. No, I'm so done with, like, at least this game has some skins you can buy with real cash, but it's not very many. Like this is the one, right? Everything else I can unlock for free in here except for this one, which if I click purchase, it's gonna be like, you want to spend money? Let me see here. See, add funds. Here you go. But this is it. The only thing you can buy in this game, thank goodness, is one skin pretty much per dinosaur. There are some skin packs and stuff, but like most of them just have a backer skin and that's it. Just a way to support the dev team. Oh my gosh, thankfully there's no battle pass because it would just make the game so much worse. I'd be so like, I'm not coming back. And honestly, it's not even that far-fetched. I feel like they'd add a battle pass to this game at some point. Unironically. I don't know. Page skins, yeah, that's fine. Like you can add page skins in your game as long as, I think if you have a way to unlock them for free, if you're a free-to-play game, you can have some paid skins. If you're a paid game, you goddamn better have some free skins that you can unlock. Because this game is paid, right? $30. So all of this being unlockable for free, this is great. This is great. We want this, right? One paid skin, I don't care. That's totally reasonable, right? But if I'm spending money on a game, I better have skins that I can unlock for free. So that's a plus, big plus there. Yeah, paying for new characters? No, that is insane. Do not. Like that is such a scummy maneuver. Like here's a just stellar, shining star, A+ example of how to run your live service game. Red Barrels running Outlast Trials. Fantastic job. Other than the fact that patches are releasing a little slower than people would like for content, these guys have added a boatload of cosmetics, all unlockable for free, no battle pass. You don't have to spend a dime on the game post purchasing the game up front. There is nothing to spend real money on in the game. Tons of cosmetics, weekly events, like holiday events. Like they did a Halloween event, they did a Christmas event that add a ton of new skins to the game, all unlockable for free. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Like, yes, run your live service game like this if you have to pay for it. Don't do what Blizzard is doing. Don't do what Riot is doing. Don't do this. Like, don't make your skins for guns cost $20 minimum. Don't make people have to pay for heroes. That is so bad. It's unbelievable. Especially heroes. That's so bad. Because that makes your game pay to win, right? If a hero's good and you got to pay for it, what are you going to do? You're going to pay for it or just lose. Like, that is... No. That's the worst of the worst. Absolutely no. What is it sitting at for reviews on Steam? There was a time where it was like 5% positive, overwhelmingly negative, and that was so funny. It can't be much higher now, right? I love how Blizzard, they got that kind of feedback from their community. Like, nobody wanted Overwatch 2 and the model that it brings to the scene. And they got overwhelmingly negative on Steam. And they still push forward. I'm choking because of how sad this is. They still push forward anyway, and they force this model on people. Crazy. It's crazy how many more sales and how much more money they would have made if they had made another game that people actually wanted to play. They would have purchased instead of going to this free-to-play garbage. No Overwatch League. What did they do? Is it over? Is it gone? It's gone. Wow. Overwatch has to be one of the biggest downfalls in video game history. It has to be one of the biggest falls from glory ever. It has to be one of the biggest downfalls in gaming history. Because this was the game that replaced Team Fortress 2 for a lot of people. This was like the game. Overwatch 1 was hugely successful, wildly popular. And to fall this hard and get this out of touch is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I gotta look up Overwatch League. What happened? That's crazy. It's got canceled. They're blaming like the state of esports, which like, yeah, I get that esports is always losing money, but no, it's because Overwatch 2 ruined the community and everything that people liked. Give me a break. At the top, we had so much fun early on. Yeah, so great now. It's just no way we go back. Yep, no way. And that's the thing, right? It was such a good game. You know, it was a refreshing take on Team Fortress 2 when they started neutering that game for some reason. And it was the next generation, you know, of competitive arcade gaming like that, which was so fun for a lot of people. And it had a great, like, Overwatch 1 had a great lifespan, and then all this stuff with like Blizzard falling short on updates and all of these bad allegations against the company and all this stuff happening, and then like Overwatch 2 just all this stuff promised and under-delivered, and then this just stain left in the community as Overwatch 2. Just like, it has to be one of the biggest falls from glory in video game history ever. It has to be. Changing it that anyone can compete. Why not have that and Overwatch League? Yeah, good question. Why not have both, right? No, that's the other thing. You know, with a lot of game devs, it's like they take away something and then they're like, well, but then they give something and you're like, why can't we just have both? No, no, but why? Yeah, that's what again, I wonder that with like a lot of things. Like, this game has that too, you know, like removed something, added something else. Okay, why? Why can't we have both, please? Why? I forget if I checked this out. I want to see this. Hold on. Okay. No description updates again. Also one head slot too, like, ugh. Ellen says, they know it's lost, I think. Running Overwatch League is a huge investment. I think to a degree Blizzard knows it's lost. Oh, absolutely, I agree, 100%. I'm sure they're just funneling money into it and getting no returns, and they're like, well, you know, it's just a bunch of suits making a decision, right? That's what it is. Like, well, corporate says, well, we got a big net loss on OWL, so time to pull it. Comp to freelance teams and make the scene way more competitive, takes costs off Blizzard. Yeah, absolutely. At least they opened it up and they didn't just dump it entirely. No, those competitive teams won't just play in a contenders league and win everything anyways. Yeah, they probably will, and they'll probably just dumpster, but you know, such is the life, right? I mean, that's why there are separate tournaments, you know, within ranks, because same thing works for Valorant, right? Like, it's like if you're gonna compete in a tournament that's an open tournament, you're just gonna get dumpstered because semi-pros and pros are just gonna smoke you. But when they're running things like the in-game Premier League or whatever, the Valorant tournament system, it's within average rank of your team, so it should theoretically be a relatively even match, and you're not gonna go against a pro player or a semi-pro. So, I don't know if they have any like lower bracketed system for how this has been integrated. I have no idea how it works now, but maybe they should do something like that. So this is fine. This is no drawback, right? Increased attack by 10%. And again, I hate this. I'm assuming this is increased. It just says increased attack by 10%. Now, there's two things you can increase in this game. One of them being damage. The other one being attack speed. Sometimes they specify, sometimes they don't. I don't know what increases attack by 10%. I'm assuming that just means my attack damage because of how it's worded, but you never know. Within 50 meters of a bleeding creature, which is going to happen a lot because Aloe causes heavy bleed with the claw attack, so. I don't know. It's a good thing no matter which way you spin it, so, but I guess we won't exactly know. Also, I want to double check the patch notes on Aloe and see if anything changed that, let's see. Yep, speed, turning radius, added fresh blood. Okay, so yeah, nothing really super awesome changed. Aloe has been in such a shit state for so long now. I hate it. It was so fun to play early on, and it's one of my most played. It used to be one of my most played. I have melanistic skin, which is extremely expensive skin on it. But again, it's been out of the meta for such a long time because of the terrible state they put it in and left it useless. Like, its toolkit is terrible and it sucks. So, just like the DASP too, honestly, DASP is not. I don't know about its current state, but it used to be in a terrible state. Let's check up on the abilities. Where are we? So DASP supposedly got Bone Snap. Oh yeah, I got Piercing Bite too. Bone Snap, it says lose 15% run speed. Apparently that's only 10% now, so you're a little faster. Balanced Tail got worse as well, of course. It's supposed to be down from 10 to 5. It's showing 15. Great stuff. Let's see. And that's it. Okay. And then they added this ability, Piercing Bite, got a smaller cooldown. DASP's bites were also supposed to be unlinked between cooldowns, which was going to be a huge buff, because right now, you can't. DASP right now, you can solo a DASP on anything. Because a DASP player, these cooldowns on these bites are so long, they're supposed to make this shorter too. And they were linked, so if you use one, the other one would cool down. Hopefully they unlinked them and made them shorter. I have to test this out, but... Slick Scale still says completely unable to be grappled or pounced. I don't know if that's the case, but it probably still is. It's got Carnage, which you have to buy Carnage. So this is supposed to be 5% turning now. That kind of sucks. I don't want to have to be choosing traction over a long distance runner. Like, you can either take reduced stamina drain while sprinting by 15%, or you could just get faster regeneration or better turn speed radius, but way slower stamina recovery. And it's like so I'd lose my drain and add recovery time. That is just terrible. Who is gonna do that? Like, this is what I mean. They're like, oh, we want everything to be balanced, and you want to be able to choose anything for any slot. Like, no one's gonna take strong legs. No one cares about knockback and bone break healing. Who literally cares about this? And then this is just terrible. So, like, if you remove the stamina recovery decrease, now you have a competitor. 20% better turn radius or 15% slower stamina drain while running. That is a toss-up. Now you're like, okay, well, I could run either of these in my build. Nope. Like, this is no logic, no brain, no nothing. I don't get it. I have no idea how good or bad Bone Snap actually is now. Oh, I have $1,000. I'm already built plus defense minus speed, so I don't know. Maybe I should. So we'll do this. So we get our 20% increased attack within. I feel like I already had this unlocked. Did they like remove this from me? Okay. I don't know. I feel like I already had that on. Maybe not. What do we got left? 751. Deals low amount of damage but ignores armor. This is also so vague too. Low amount of damage sometimes means it hits harder than normal moves. So I don't know about that. Let me catch up on chat here. Just playing Overwatch still. Slim hope that Microsoft. Oh wait, Microsoft owns it? Are you sure? They do. Transformer Glory. They definitely need to at least fix the descriptions. Yeah. Even if they nerf it, it's bad. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, players do need to know what they're equipping. And this is insane. Apparently this has been like this for months on Balanced Tale, because I thought it was 15%. Apparently it's been 10% this entire time. Apparently it's been 10. I don't know. So they said it went from 10 to 5. I have no way to know that because it's still showing 15 here. Like, I don't even know what I'm equipping. This is the thing. I don't know. I'm assuming Carnage is what it actually says it's doing, but I have no way to know. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. And when they change the description of Slick Scales, I'm definitely going to want to go to Tough Scutes and get the armor. But right now, not being able to be pounced is better. I don't really want to buy... I also hate this. This is just a general thing across all developers. Don't do this. Don't say deals a low amount of damage. Say deals 20 damage. Please, I want a number attached. I have nothing to compare this to. Right? Causes medium damage. Low damage, right? Oh my gosh. Charge up and afflict bone break and damage. Like, it also does damage, right? On how long it's held. I don't know. A strong but delayed bite. Okay, so we've got low damage, medium damage, and a strong bite. Ooh. Like, come on, please, guys. Like, and this is not even like, this is a minor complaint, you know, when compared to your ability descriptions just are flat out wrong. So there's a long way to go here is what I'm trying to say. And this is also like minor stuff. Like, this would not take long to change. You need one guy to sit down at his desk for 10 hours and go through every ability in the game and make sure the descriptions match the code. That is not hard to do. Just freaking check. And then, you know what? Go a step further. Have that same guy continue to sit at his desk, because you can do all this in 10 hours easy. Or 8 hours or whatever. Just have him go through and change the damage thing. Change medium damage to 60 damage. Put the actual number in there, right? Like, come, don't do this. The reason I say this is because, if it was all accurate, you'd have a rough idea of small, medium, and large, or strong, I guess, in this case. But I've literally, like, piercing bite on some dinos does way more than a normal attack like this that says medium, even though this says low. I would love to know the actual number here. That'd be great. And sometimes it's included in the wiki, and sometimes it's not. So you're shot in the dark, really. Unfortunately. So I want to get a little bit more cash because I want to go to this. Who did I get a group invite from? Somebody on here? Mikey, wait. Hold on, Mikey. Let me get you back. Oh, we're on different. Let me see if they'll risk a global chat for a minute. Okay, nothing. I was scanning global really quickly to make sure we're not, you know, we're not getting canceled immediately. Alright. Oh, good. I'm actually desolate too. This is great. Great news. We gotta check and see if the cooldowns are unlinked, because that was another change that was supposed to have happened that definitely did not happen. So when you get this game, there we go. When you get this game, do you get all the dinos right away? So it depends on what you purchase, actually. So there are bundles, which I kind of feel weird about, but also at the same time, you know, it's kind of good because if someone can't afford to buy the full game or doesn't want to, they don't have to. So there are packages to buy the dinosaurs, basically. You can play this game free to play right now on mobile, and you'll get like 4 dinosaurs, like 4 base ones. And it's also terrible on mobile. I don't recommend it. You can buy, for $30, everything in the game, all dinosaurs, and all future dino unlocks as well. So when they add dinosaurs to the game, you will get them automatically. So the base price of the full game, $30. And I think there might be some other sub-packages to purchase, like, categories of dinosaurs, like you know, lone hunters, or, like, you know, tough herbivores. I don't know what they're called, but you can spend various amounts to get stuff. But the max price is $30 for all the base dinosaurs. God. Mikey, I used to play with pretty frequently, and I haven't seen him in a while, so. Think the game is worth $30? I would say yeah. Like, there's a lot to do here, and for a new player, you're gonna have fun, right? Like, let's put it this way. If you didn't know how much more fun it was with, like, the speed better and the turning radius better, if you're coming into this right now, you're not gonna know the difference, right? You're like, oh, great, the game feels good and fun. To me, as a player who's been playing this for a while, I'm like, oh, this sucks, because I know how things were and they've changed. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're going to get a lot of fun out of the game, for what it's worth. If you like, the questing system's a bit grindy. You don't just spawn in as an adult. So you have to quest and grow your dinosaur, and get them up to adult and buy and unlock abilities and buy skins. And that part of it is kind of fun. And then the end game, late game of it is a lot of PvP and fighting and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I do think it's worth $30. I mean, it's not a bad asking price for a game these days. Most AAAs have gone up to 60 at the very, very, very bare minimum. 70. They're trying to push 70 now, but so I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And again, you are getting with the $30. I think it's still 30. It used to be 25. With that, you are getting all future dinosaurs as well for early access. So who knows if this game will actually ever release, like so many other early access games. Just the plague of early access. But, you know, it is a live service and it is still being updated for better or for worse. So there's that. So I do want to get, let me see. This is good. I guess we're going to get piercing. I don't know what else I want to grab on DASP. No point in running resilient skills at all. This needs to be way better. I mean, this is just like, you could have, you're not able to be pounced. You have armor. Or you could just increase your bleed and venom recovery rate. Wow. So, I mean, this needs to be like 100%, not 30, to be even remotely considerable. I don't know. In my opinion. Again, these two abilities too, there's just no reason to have traction. So that's good there. Yeah, we're good with that. Carnage now. I guess the only thing I want to buy is Piercing Bite, honestly. So I guess we'll go to 500 here. We're at 1. Nice. So what skin do I have? This is a cool skin. It's not that much different from default, though. It is a bit. Desert Dasp. How am I recording? When did I press? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's the other thing about this game too, is when you're typing, it still somehow takes commands when you're typing. So like, for example, U is the hotkey for recording. Because I typed U in the word just, it must have started recording, or usually or something. It takes commands through, like, even though you're typing, it still activates the key like you weren't typing, which it also needs to be fixed. It's very annoying. Hey, Fuzz, man. I don't know how much of the stream you've watched, but oh man, it's mostly just been me ranting about the current state of the game. Lots of golden nuggets in here. Oh, it's in such a terrible place right now. It's so bad. I also spawned into my utter bewilderment on Kentro. watching a stego. You good, buddy? Okay. Where's Mikey at? I was watching. Okay. We're doing this. I'll probably lose this too. Well, that was foolish. Yikes, bro. That is cringe. Alright. Free food. But they didn't update any ability descriptions. I have spent so much time complaining about this. It's worse than you think, though. Because you know what happened in the patch notes? I was losing it over this. They said, it's stuff like this. Decreased balance tail turning radius from 10% to 5. From 10? How long has this said 15? You gotta be kidding me, right? That is insane. They lied about half the stuff anyway. I know. It makes me so upset. Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. How dumb they are. I've literally been, I haven't stopped ranting about this for the last 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. You can watch back. There's a lot of stuff that I went over. Oh my god. It's so bad. Just the fact that like half the stuff that was supposed to come as a package didn't show up, right? They changed the pounce, but the anti-pounce hide is still in full effect. It's not reduced stamina for the pouncer. It's just you can't be pounced still, even though the raptors got nerfed and the pounce got nerfed. The Spino didn't receive a stamina regen buff. The bleed didn't get a damage buff. So my Kentro build is completely invalidated now because there's no reason to be running the damage buff. Or the damage build for Kentro. On top of that, Kentro turns so slowly now that I'm actually unironically running traction for the 20% increased maneuverability, but 30% slower stamina regen. So I regenerate stamina at the rate of a T-Rex. And so because of that, I just changed my build again. Like, I just, like, I'm so sad. Like, I just went all of that work that I spent growing back up to get adult after changing to bleed build. I'm now changing again to stamina build because they've just ruined Kentro. It's just like, what a actual mess. I want to make sure there were no positives without the update. No, there aren't any. And you know what I think is so funny? I guess the only positive you can really say is Metri got a stamina regen buff, which it needed. That's it. Because the Meg got buffed, that's not a positive. That's a negative. Because Meg sucks. And of course I went and buffed Meg again. But you know what the funniest thing is too is like obviously they've nerfed Meg since. Their last hotfix patch nerfed Meg even more. Or not even more, but again. Which I think is so funny because like Mega players were probably happy, like, oh, Meg's back, baby, we're back. Nope. Meg's gone too. Like, not, it's still, I guess, probably somewhat viable, but I have seen a bunch, even just today, but the fact that that got nerfed again too, like, they just, it's like, nerf. The game, even with all of the bugs and problems and just dumb mechanics, was way better pre-patch. There's so much stuff. I don't play it all, but this update just seems like such a disaster. Yeah. Can imagine so many players just going sad. Whatever, I'll find something else. Like, surely they've... Yeah, I mean, do they have to fix this? I don't know. Proof of their incompetence? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. On the plus side, I was able to reconvene with Mikey after not talking to him for a month. Because I haven't been on. And they never buffed something that hasn't had to been nerfed instantly. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Yeah, that's the thing. Things like Claw Barrage that were supposed to get balance, Armored Tail, nowhere to be seen. Those changes did not go live. Why, you may ask? I have no answer for you. It's unbelievable. This is all sorts of my my cameras. Nice. Thanos. The controls are so bad for it too. So, alright, let's do that. Change that a bit. Now we're looking a little bit more human. Good. There we go. Cycle repeats. Yeah. This is exactly what's happening. Downsides in hell for 3 months. Just look at aloe. or just things that they haven't touched, like aloe, right? I was just complaining about this. It's just still in an awful state because, like, they're consciously being stupid, right? Instead of just removing the turn radius decrease on aloe to match all the other dinosaurs, because half their patch is saying nerfed speed to match all the other dinosaurs, nerfed turn radius to match all the other dinosaurs, blah 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 blah. Aloe still has the fucking turn radius nerf on the speed hide. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Like, that is insane. Why? And you know, it's a conscious decision because they lowered it. It went from 25% decreased turn radius to 15. That means that they're aware of it. They're aware it still exists in the game, and they actively made a decision to just leave it in. Like, that is insane. Still not great, but it's better. Oh, you heard it here first. And they still cool down together too. I can't believe that. Oh my god. Half the things that they were like, oh, we're gonna change this, just didn't get changed. That sucks. Oh well. I guess we'll have to wait for future patches. Ross, what's going on? Welcome to stream. Still playing Aloe. Oh man. Saw a message just saying I was going live but forgot. I'm still live. Welcome back, by the way. Yeah, no, I'm here. Just mulling over the recent changes to Path of Titans and getting sad. Because they just Oh. Hi, Spino. Yeah, they just nerfed most of the dinosaurs in the game, and I'm sad about it. There's no reason at all. Is that adult? It looks like it's got to be close. Maybe it's still a little small. Honestly, never heard of this game, but it looks interesting. It is. It's fun. I mean, it's a dinosaur full PvP game. Like, you start out as a tiny little baby hatchling. You have to grow to an adult in a hostile world, and you will unlock. Like, the questing is very basic and not that interesting, but you quest to get funds and growth. When you quest, you get growth. So you grow slowly, and you'll get cash, which you can use to unlock abilities and loadouts and stuff. And then you get to play PvP when you are grown up, or mostly grown up. So, I mean, it is very, very, very PvP centric. The Spino gets to the marsh, we're not making it. I'm not even sure we can take it now anyway, but we'll find out. How did he get this far? Spino moves so slow, there's no way he made it this far. How did... That sucks. He got way stoned out. Well. Dash stamina regen is honestly not too bad now, which is good. I'm so used to, like, Spino, so... I mean, it's faster than Kent's, honestly. Honestly, I would like, I don't know. I defensive Dasp is probably not a very good build for Dasp. It looks pretty cool. Because the speed on Dasp is surprisingly good, and with speed, I don't know. I just figured I'd double down on, like, defense because I'm running Bone Break. I want to run Bone Break, so I'm much slower with the Bone Break and overall, but I don't know. It's not a very offensive dash build for sure. Much more defensive slated because I need for things to attack me and then I can Bone Break them and either get away or finish them off. I figured it didn't make too much sense to run speedy stuff with Bone Break dash, but I don't know. Maybe it's okay. See if I can finish off this succulent quest really quickly. probably confusing Mikey. So I'm speed down, which I don't know what the percent, if it's 5 or 10. So 5 or 10% speed down plus another 10% down off the bone break. And I still move pretty quickly. So I didn't have this. If I didn't have the speed down, I'd probably be like wicked fast. I don't know. I'm curious to see the speed difference between like this and Aloe, and honestly Suko now, because Suko got way too fast. Sound like a packy. Yeah, I really wish I could just main Aloe again, but it will probably be a long while before I can comfortably play Aloe without getting utterly destroyed. I don't know. Sad, but true. Swim speed is pretty bad. I haven't played Dasp in a while. So we're close now, and we're going to pick up the Piercing Bite, and that's probably it. I don't know what I was saving for on Dasp. I had some cash, so not sure. I think we got everything else that we need. We're not going to need Resilient. Probably not going to need Strong Legs. I don't know. I think we're good. Up the succulents, and then we'll be good to go. And we can buy our new ability. Maybe find something to kill. I don't know. We'll see. Probably can't kill too much on Dasp, honestly. Unless I catch him with a bone break, you know. You know how it is. Going for? Nothing important. I just wanted to grab Piercing Bite while I'm here. I bought, what else did I buy? I got Carnage. I had enough money. Carnage, and I also quickly grabbed Tough Scooch. Because I wanted to, you know, when they nerf, inevitably, probably, maybe, when they change the Pounce Hide, I'll probably go to the Armor Hide. Because my Dasp is already slow and armored anyway, so. That might, not quite enough. So I'm trying to pick up the other bite. I don't know if it's any good or at all or not, but I just wanted to grab it to have it in case it ever gets changed. You already swapped. To what? What are you running? Is it good? Tough. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would like Tough, but you just have no Raptor defense, right? Because I mean, you're a tub as a DAS. If you get latched onto, Raptors aren't everywhere anymore. That's true. I guess because of the Raptor nerfs, and they didn't change the Pounce Hide, it's probably just better to run the defense. I didn't think about that because Raptors took a nerf, and they did not change the other half of that supposed change, which was the Pounce Hide. So you probably made the right call. You made the right choice here, buddy. No bleed makes him lawless. That is, I didn't even consider that. It's very true. And how Raptor Strikes got stronger, but how much stronger did it get? Is the question. How much stronger did it actually get? I've done zero testing myself. I just have you been pounced recently? So there's probably a decent amount of stuff that I should consider swapping off the anti-Pounce Hide, because yeah, Raptors are just out of the meta probably. I mean, I don't know. I did see actually, you know what? I don't know if I saw any. I saw some babies, but they might have been young Achillos. Kind of wish the Dasp had a speed hide. That'd be cool. Probably make it too speedy though. I gotta update that I put my Serrata. Hold on. Interesting. Is that a wild fuzz man? I like how Mikey just didn't kill you. Let me see. Young Grove, Serrato. And I gotta remove Strato from GP. Yeah, so earlier, let me see. I need to change this out. Fuzz, you wanna hop on Discord for a little bit or no? Yeah, I will, I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom, and then I will get you up on Discord, Mr. Fuzz. Armor hide. Alright, I will be right back. Then I'm changing. No, I'm not changing. I've already changed to armor hide. Then maybe we're gonna go kill something for a little bit, and I'll get on Discord, so I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Let me get Discord open here. We'll get on with Mr. Fuzzman. Hello.
Are we working?
I think so.
Excellent.
All right.
How's it going?
Fine. Yeah, I've just been, like I talked about to you when you're on stream, just mostly complaining about the state of the game.
It's pretty awful. I don't know what it is. I don't know why you brought your DASP out, but
Have you been on DASP?
yeah, that's also the only thing I brought out in the update besides Thou as well. For some reason, I was just like, I don't know, I just feel like
just feels like time to DASP.
yeah, it's a cool dino and like I don't know. The Achillo made a lot of mid-tier. It like really reshuffled the mid-tier game right now. So I almost felt like, obviously, if you run into a group of things, you're dead on the DAS. But like,
Yeah.
if it's like a solo Achillo, I feel like I could probably take that on the DAS.
I've never fought one, so I have no.
Yeah. Well, just because I'm sure, obviously, I'm sure a good one, since they are very strong with the claw attack, a good one could beat me. But like your average, like I'm playing it because it's because everyone is right now. Like I'm pretty confident just pivoting like that I could.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That I could beat one. So
they did nerf
and
the
also
Achillo.
I like DASP. So, yeah.
Yeah, DASP was great. I also like wish Allo was viable. It's less viable than DASP, I feel like right now.
Well, I mean, as a group, we'll be certainly better than not. Not just numbers, but like we're each a different play style.
I say you're not running Bone Break, are you?
I'm balanced with heavy bite, so I'm significantly faster than you because you have a double speed nerf because you're defense and bone
defense.
I'm significantly faster. I have the damage, and you're the little more tanky one that can slow him down, and I have also we have Tyrant Roar, which 2 Tyrant Roars.
We also have the Metri heal.
Yeah, and 2 Tyrant Roars on DASP is pretty damaging.
It's good.
So
Yeah, they hit hard.
Depending on what we obviously no mega packs or anything, but we could take a decent fight.
I prefer IC over HT with DASP.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't feel like getting stuck on roots nonstop. And the other thing too is like defensive DASP is probably, I don't know, out of everything, probably the worst DASP, honestly. But I don't know, I like it because you're a really good anchor point for a mid-tier pack, right? It's like, I can prevent...
Also, it looks really cool.
And it also looks really cool. I can prevent, if we need to escape things, like Bone Break with defensive DASP, I can Bone Break EOs, Rexes, other things that are nasty. And we can either kill them or escape, which is really nice, so... I don't know, I really like Bone Break. On the plus side today, I pulled up my Kent early on. I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but when I spawned in, there were, I think, 2 or 3 stags and an EO or 2 losing to 2 Pycnos.
Wow.
I don't know. One stag died, and then one of the Pycnos was kind of low, so I chased him down with my Kent, got him bloody. Couldn't finish him because the Kent is slower and cannot turn at all. It's so bad. I was having a lot of trouble for my normal fighting style. Took the fight way out into plains, and he had a bunch of backup, and I eventually died. But then I respawned, pulled out Serrata. Serrata's mostly unchanged, and since the tail didn't get nerfed, I was like, oh boy, this is great. So one of the Pycnos that he wasn't the guy who, or actually it wasn't the guy who killed me. He found me on the Serrato, instantly attacked me, so I killed him. Why is Mikey doing?
Yeah, he's doing that to me like 5 times in a row earlier.
I want to Bone Break him.
Yeah, I was heavy biting at him and then pivoting it away. Last second.
So I killed the one guy, and I did like 50% of my own damage with Thrash. I killed him, full rested, and then when I stood up from full resting, I saw him again. He came back. And he made friends with a random Suko, so I went in with the Serrata, killed him again underneath the Suko, barely took any damage, and then I soloed the Suko as well. It was a very fun fight. The Suko was so dumb. He chased me in circles, biting my armored tail, and then when I started winding up my charge bite, he would stop moving and just pivot. So I'd walk back around him, fake like I was going in. He'd do a bite in the air, and then I'd charge bite him, and then repeat. And he'd bite my tail,
yeah.
which does more damage to him than it does to me. So he's just actively killing himself. And then when it comes time to charge bite, he misses, and then I charge bite him, and just rinse and repeat until he dies.
Serrato's in a great place because the only thing it got was the standard nerfs that did nothing because everyone got.
No one's using the turning tail anyway, so
yeah,
it didn't change.
Otherwise, it's unchanged, and still now kind of I feel like undeniably the strongest carnivore mid tier because Alio is out of the game.
Oh, I feel so bad for Alio, right? Have you played since?
No.
900 points off the combat weight. That is insane.
I was just like, I haven't. Remember, Metri was my previous Alio.
They took that away from you.
And as soon as they did the healing update, I logged in and bought the abilities, but I never played it ever again. I like to just lay them to rest instead of seeing them in this poor state.
Yeah, just like exactly, just make a little memorial for them and just move on.
quit while they're ahead. Don't want to watch them suffer.
It's really sad. But Serrata, mostly unchanged. Probably the best right now. Metri's probably okay. I mean,
yeah,
better than it was.
We want to take which route do we want to take? This one.
Probably I like this one better. See if Mikey knows it. I don't know. He might not.
I'm gonna give him like 3 more chances to fully stop me before I don't turn the heavy bite away. Yeah, I also don't really, like I said, I bought, I think I didn't have balanced tail on Dasp for some reason. And I was like, there's definitely, especially now, you're going to want to turn rather than having a tail attack. So I saved up I got that the last time I was on it. And then, so now I have 9 marks to my name. Instead of buying a new skin, I randomized until I got something super different and cool. So I'm like totally, like I don't care if I die. On him, so
yeah, me too. I'm good.
I'm kind of like I got my skin that I usually have as green. It's like rust reddish with cool stripes, and then this like ball, like I look like a weird predatory bird, like almost like an owl.
Yeah, I didn't recognize your skin.
You see the face, and it's got like these scratches on it. It looks really cool and threatening and weird. I like it.
It does. I actually look like a desert dash.
Yeah. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I have everything I want to here.
Really never done group Dasp combat, so
it's surprisingly good if you have an anchor point like Bone Break Dasp.
Well, apparently, I mean, I've heard people, like, again, I've never done it, but you can fit 3 in a group, You
get Tyrant Roar buffs.
Yeah, so apparently like 3, even though Dasp is certainly not, it's not very strong, honestly, but it's just not horrible. But like apparently, 3 Tyrant Roared Dasps can do a heck of a lot of damage, which I believe.
Can we go down here without killing ourselves?
I think so.
Yeah, this is the good one, or one of the.
Cause like imagine, you got one Bone Break one, and then 2. Heavy bite ones. So you can imagine the
a lot of damage.
Triple stack tyrant or heavy bites would be a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. You have the one, like if anything gets foolish enough to come in after you, you have the Bone Breaker, and then you just let the heavy bites take over.
We do have a couple smaller raptors here. We do got some Achillos and Megs. Hopefully it's not all one group that just decides to turn on us. There won't be much we can do if it is.
So the Achillos have a pounce, right?
Yeah, they can't pounce us though. We're too small.
We're too small.
Yeah, they can only pounce 5. They can pounce like 6 playables.
Really?
It's 5,000 combat weight and up.
Wow.
So with the Iggy's nerf will put it out of that range.
Mm.
It is so it oh the hatz is swimming. Yeah, so they can pounce. What's kind of the goofiest one I think is Sarko, who's exactly 5,000.
Sarko deserves that though, honestly.
Yeah, Sarko does deserve that. So Sarko, I don't know. I'm just trying off the top of my head. Amarg's too small, which is great.
It's so dumb, but it's great.
Sarko, Iggy as of now, Rex, EO, Bars. There's gotta be something else. That's only 5. What am I not thinking of?
Look how stupid he looks.
Oh,
He's just
and
spinning up there.
Spino.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, there's not
Hey,
much.
look at this. We got a Rex.
Yeah, we do have Rex. There's a lot of people down here, just like waiting to explode as always.
Yeah.
I like to be a bit away from the thick of it. Looks like they're trying to befriend the Rex, which isn't good for us, because they'll have like a nice center point, and then they're gonna attack someone.
Yeah, that's not great. Maybe we should just check planes.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
I mean, there were a lot of hostile things around here earlier. It was just constant combat.
What just died? The Rex just killed something.
I don't know. Mikey said he needs to eat, so.
I do too. I swear, did it not? I swear I heard something die.
No, it definitely did. Definitely did, right?
Did Mikey just hit it? We're in combat, and I heard a Rex sound. What is happening?
I don't know.
What is going on? Yeah, I'm heading toward half hunger. So.
Yeah, I'm like a third down, so I should eat, but
this is our best lighting. We look great like this.
well, maybe for you, but
Oh, yeah. Just like skins that have red in them, red and orange, the sunset or sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Really emphasizes it.
it's the low shaders and graphic settings. It's just my sunset is like completely like broken.
Yeah. I just heard Rex like a big damage sound, and then there's Rex damage again.
Are they wanting to fight him?
I don't know. Oh, there's a Rex and a Spino entering from the other side right now. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just watch for now from the edge. See if anything happens.
Man.
Is this our baby Packy? When you were gone, Mikey and I found this in DP.
Oh, he adopted.
Yeah. Apparently he came here. Well, where did the other Rex go while I wasn't looking? Oh, it's drinking.
They're all there. They're all there.
Is that a Rex? Yeah. It looks weird in the lighting right now.
Are we being brought what is this? A fish?
I think it's meat.
Meat? Yeah. Is he just flying away with it? No, he's just going. Okay. Hey, that Rex is heading away.
Oh, and the Spinos looks like he might be
too.
like hurting him, maybe.
Yeah.
Or no, is he just? Are they just restoring water? He's just restoring
Yo,
water.
get Packy trophy.
Let's see if the Spino is.
That's not good.
Yeah, they're all kind of. They're all just kind of. What is he doing?
I don't know. He's gonna get us all killed.
Because everything's teamed up.
Why just heard Rex damage?
I think it might have been a Meg scurried by right when that happened. Yeah, I think the Achillos are trying to kill the Meg now. Yeah, that Meg is attacking the Rex. But look, see, that's everything turned. The Achillos and the Rexes are together, which is bad because, you know, the Achillos would be a tough fight on their own, potentially, because there's 3 of them.
The birds are not trying to kill the green Rex as well. We just need the other two to turn. Alright, Mikey wants to kill the Rex. Should we try?
I'm just worried about everything else. Because if anything, we go for the smaller things first, right? Because they're gonna attack us.
Oh boy.
Befriend the Campto.
Yeah.
The way to ensure victory.
Okay, something is going on.
Yeah. Let's take a peek before we. I don't know. There are 2 Latins here as well.
Oh, it's just the Rex that's trying to kill them. Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, I don't think we want to engage with this. It's only the Meg versus 2 Rexes of Spido, several Achillos, these 2 Latins presumably.
We can't take everything here. Mikey's insane.
Yeah.
All right, let's just check. Let's go check planes.
Wait, well, I just had a status effect. What was that? For like a second. What was that? I got to see it disappear at 1 second. What? What would that have been?
I have no idea. GP it is. Raven B, Zanny, what's going on? Long time, I haven't seen you. How are you all? We're pretty good. Just a little bit of a hiatus from Path of Titans and streaming and stuff because they essentially made the game not fun with the last patch about 3 weeks ago when I stopped. I had some build guides that were about ready to go live. I was about to publish them, and I had some in the works too, doing voiceovers and recordings and stuff. And they changed everything. Normally their patches aren't like these huge blanket nerfs that change everything, but this one was a huge blanket nerf and changed everything I had basically talked about in my videos. So I was like, well, that's a bummer. Didn't release those. Patch notes looked terrible, and I was like, you know what? I'll just take a break from the game for a bit. So took a break. Here we are. What is with this foul?
I don't know.
Sterica.
Sterica, yeah.
Also, what is that, a bars up there by the...
Yeah.
That could be good.
And there is at least 1 Achillo.
I'll try to get the Sterica if we have it. I mean, this is...
Yeah.
Should I just bone break it?
If you can, I guess. I don't know what it's gonna unleash upon us.
Scout and bird.
If I had bone break, I could totally do it to the bird right now. He'd let me walk right up to him.
That bar's is small.
Yeah, it would still be decently tough because, you know, small.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
larger than us. What is he doing? Kind of looks like he's going for Mikey. What? Is he?
No, he's getting like tiger nuts or something, or flowers.
He started sprinting right at Mikey. I guess Mikey's just standing over the tiger nuts. I don't see anything else around here that would be running out of the bushes or anything. It seems like this might be all there is up here. I'm sure that because they're peaceful, the Achillo will also join in defending them. Yeah, where did...
He's backing into the corner, which if he does...
That could be really helpful.
Okay, he's walking in. I was like, if he stays there, that'd be great.
I think he's the only one that's like seems very suspicious of us. He's like looking around. He's very concerned.
Ugh. That was my shot.
Yeah.
I'm too slow.
Is he just gonna run?
I mean, Mikey could theoretically just pursue. Cool, rare PP change recently. I see. Yeah, and everything banner. I mean, I was pretty much going to 100% convert to Path of Titans. Well, yeah, as a main game, and I made all those changes and recorded some videos, and everything became obsolete because of the update. So those won't be released now. I'll have to make some new ones. The game's just in a really funky state where like patch notes aren't matching like in-game descriptions of text and stuff, and abilities aren't matching up, and some of the nerfs they made were bad. I don't know. It's just not in a good place right now, so I'm kind of checking it back out today. What is going on? Just, with the bars is trying to get involved.
Yeah, well, I think it's his friend. He went to the bars, and they're both just working their way this way. Should we time it roar up?
Yeah, I just got to do it for you. I bone broke the bars, so he hopefully won't be much of a concern. I'm just gonna try to keep him out of the fight.
Oh, I got a heavy bite on the Sirica there.
Nice. Yeah, if I can get a bone break on the Sirica, it's over.
Oh, how did that miss?
What the heck? I'm gonna take a small rest.
How did that miss? What?
The Achillo's coming over. Don't know the intent.
Yeah. He'll probably join up with his herbivore pals.
Mikey, what?
I don't know if I hit him too there. It didn't look like I did, but the desync, I don't know.
He just tried to face tank.
He was face tanking the Sirica, and he did die right when I heavy bit into the Sirica's back, but I don't know.
Mikey.
I hope that didn't appear too awful on his end.
I got him.
Oh,
I got him.
Nice.
I'm gonna circle out and try to go in for another bone. Jesus, the lag. Okay, go.
He's one hit.
Got him. I just wanted to bone wreck him again, so there's no chance he gets out.
Got him.
Good stuff. All right, watch the bars.
Did I bribe the Achillo with this?
Sure. Yeah.
You want a trophy?
Yeah. This is good. This is good. All right, did he take it?
Looks like he's going to. Yeah, he took it. I'm gonna eat, because I'm hungry.
We made our kill.
This is good. This is the most, like, realistic, fun moment I've had in, like, ages with this game, you know what I mean? Where it felt like a real hunt. It was, like, fair. There was risk on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
We made a kill. There's still an herbivore alive, you know, and there's a temporary ceasefire because we got our kill.
And it also just because of like with the slower like sprint burst carnivores that can't really keep up, but then also the little fast herbivore trying to escape us playing around its big parent.
And the way it started right away too, like with them like they see us and they get all spooked and start walking away. Trying to get out of there.
It was very good actually. Yeah, it was like a good. I haven't had that in a while. It's nice to have like normal gameplay. That's not like a mash fest of mega packs. Zany says that sucks. Yeah. So it sucks, which is why I took a break and kind of reset. But we'll be back into it now. Streaming obviously today, and we'll be trying to make some more build guides as soon as they figure out what the hell they're doing with the abilities and descriptions and stuff, because right now I
haven't seen that water dead in years.
No, I haven't either. I was about to say that's a rarity.
Do we want to also try to take the bars or just leave him?
How old do you think it is?
Hard to say. I mean, they're massive. He could be high adolescent, honestly.
I mean, if it's worth it if we can trophy for Mikey.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure. But we do it right now. I mean, he's getting further away, but right now we have the corpse bonus. The river has never died since they made those changes. I don't know what's going on.
He's on the move. Okay,
well, that's impressive.
I'll wait till you're close, then we can do Tyrant.
Nice. All right, ready?
Did mine? Wait, what?
You didn't do anything.
Okay, well it cooled down.
Nice. Yeah, that's.
It's about Path of Titan standard.
That's what we're looking for, yeah.
Because I noticed, I was like, I didn't do the animation, but the cooldown went. So, that's cool. I'll just keep stacking Bone Break so he can't get away. I like how he like holds his leg in the air.
Oh, he barely dodged that with
I saw him moving the head.
Turned his head. Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. Oh, he's almost dead already. Wow.
How that not hit? What in the world? Oh my god. Well, there he goes. No trophy.
No trophy. It's crazy how big. Like he's like much larger than us right now.
And not big enough to drop a trophy.
Well, there's also I don't know. I've never seen anything official, but I have heard people say. I have no idea like if it's real and then at what point. But that
Trophy.
like baselines, that base sub doesn't drop trophy.
Mm. Well, there's also that weird like trophy bug
know how
too,
much.
with like things not dropping trophies or like you not being able to take a trophy too. So
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, Dasp is cool and fun. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Just not super viable alone. Kind of a walking meat wagon. Did they make the cooldowns shorter on the Dasp abilities, or did that not happen? Am I just imagining it? Like,
I don't know.
what did they say, that they were going to unlink the abilities? That's a Metry heal call. Oh yeah, you did it. Like, what remember, didn't they say they were going to unlink cooldowns?
Yeah.
Did that ever, that didn't happen, because my... Yeah.
Yeah, that's my theory, because, like, I did not bite anywhere. Like, I was, like, this distance right now. He's on one side of the Styrka face hanging it. I bite the Styrka in the butt, like, this distance from me to you.
I saw it happen.
He died the second I bit, and I was like, I killed him, didn't I? Somehow. Yeah, we probably didn't. I just didn't know what else was going to happen in that moment.
I think it was a good security blanket there.
But he didn't look like he was
If they're as tough as you say, you know, it might have screwed up our fight pretty good.
Yeah, it depends on the. I mean, yeah, it depends on the player. Most players that are, I don't know. He wasn't aggressive, so he probably wouldn't have actually been a threat. But oh yeah, I was about to say, what do you mean Rex near? But then I just heard its sound. I don't see it though. Wait, where is that? Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
I heard it, like the resting sound.
Where?
I'm gonna run back this way to see if it's. I got no directional from that. I'm just gonna go.
I'm eating, so I can't. My crunching of the chips is interfering with my headphones a lot. Mikey seemingly thought it was over here too, so.
Oh, it's down there, yeah. And I don't think it's grown though, by the look of it.
Where? It's on the river?
It did not. I only got a glance, but like the way it, I don't know, something about the way it looked did not look grown.
Oh,
I don't know. It's lying full down, but I still can't tell. It's definitely not. I don't think it's full, but like it's close. It's big, I think. It looks like it has a skin.
well.
The baby hat next to it is now stood up, but it was fully resting. There's also a baby Achillo. It has a bunch of babies with it. I think it's the host.
I need
Baby
trophies for the
hat's gonna see
Kentro.
me. The baby hats did not react to me at all.
He flew right over you.
I don't know if it... Rex is sprinting up that way.
Going northish.
He's just up to where were now. Like before. You might want to go the other way. Okay, no, he's up here. He's... I cannot tell. He's big, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Should we attack him?
Yeah.
Because he's by the corpse. We have the corpse bonus. Is that Tyrant? Or are you just roaring?
I'm just roaring.
For the Tyrant with me.
Alright, see if it actually works now. There's the animation. There we go.
Alright, we got double Tyrant.
I love that you can just stuff your face into its back and get the bone break from behind, no risk at all.
Yeah.
Mikey, my brother, please. I'm just waiting for him to move and he's standing there.
Oh, look at that.
Damn, he's getting
Double Tyrant,
shredded.
heavy bite headshot, double Tyrant roar.
I'm getting him turned so you can just... Yeah, there you go. I was like, he's just gonna go...
Nothing?
How? This is definitely a big drop trophy. Maybe we're just trophy bugged.
Unless he was base sub, I don't know. And that's just like the thing. the baby hats. Wait, so, yeah, does the Carnage say any value?
20%. 20%, I believe.
So we were double Tyrant roared. That's why, like, like the stages. Every time I heavy bit him in the head, it was dash heavy bite, double Tyrant roared, headshot, and 20%. Plus 20%.
That would, actually, it's crazy how much damage that we can output.
So it's good to like keep our turf, you know, with the bodies.
And I'm not
And
even
bars,
like, all I'm doing
bars
is
is
bone
the-
breaking.
Bars is the best body anchor because it's gonna take the longest to decay out of anything in the game.
True, and Rex is not bad too.
So it'd be good to eat smaller things.
Those Achillos fighting?
Kill large things.
Wait,
just
look
to
at this.
leave them.
Those Achillos are fighting.
Yeah, is it real or are they just like messing around? Looks kind of real.
It looks
doesn't it?
real. Is our buddy there? Yeah, right? The one that's chasing?
No, I don't think either of these are. No, none of them have. They didn't have a red face. Ours was like a bald eagle skin. It's gonna be this phenomenon where neither of them know which. You know, they each are like, oh no, those guys are gonna take the other one's side. You know, and they just both stay away.
I think we just don't discriminate, you know? Let's just kill them both. I broke up the fight. Well, I think I just stopped it entirely.
Yeah, you did.
What the hell?
We can stay in the middle of it.
The one is like running away. It's escaping right now. Was this the aggressor over here? I thought it was the other way around.
I don't know.
Well, that's interesting.
It is interesting. Why is it? Every time I look down at stream, it's reset to playing from the beginning. And I have to tap
What, really?
live. Yep.
New
I
YouTube
don't
feature?
Yeah. New feature. They worked months on it.
My water's down about almost half.
Oh, he's going. He's going. He looks like this guy. He's got like stamina, and he's trying to track where the other one went now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
They look kind of derpy.
They do.
Look where they are!
Why are they? They're like cats, you know. When cats just want to fight, you can take them apart and they'll just find their way back because they just want to keep clashing. What is going on?
This is the funniest thing. Well, at some point it's going to yield a trophy, so I'd love to put trophies on my Kent.
We're just not fast enough to. Mikey can probably get in there. This one looks weak.
Yeah, the gold one looks like it's wounded. They also look like they're running in slow mo. Like they look like they should be running faster.
Constantly. I cannot land. Like I was like just gonna try to land a bite by chance, but it did not work.
Oh, one of them just died. He scooped the trophy. Now he's running.
You think we can run him down?
Yeah, he's gonna be like lower on stamina, so
we can't. Even now, Das won't make it, but I'm pretty sure Mikey could. I don't know. Cause they don't. I don't think they have the best stamina. It's not bad, but like it's not insane. It's not like Picno or Alio level. Oh, he's just gonna jump up something.
Is he?
Well, maybe not. So far, he's just running up. He's probably gonna run off of these rocks or something.
I'm staying below.
He just jumped up to a... I bit him once.
You heard that.
He's finding a way down right now. Okay, he just jumped back up that way, I think, or that way.
Mikey's like killing himself.
Did he just fall?
Oh my god, he just jumped off.
Do you have eyes on the Achillo?
No. Yes, I do. It just dropped off right in front of me.
No way.
It's trying to go back for Mikey's body, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it's so close. It dropped. It's going for his trophy.
Doesn't it already has one? Why would it go for his?
It just picked up his. Okay, well I can just take yours then if that's it. It's literally trying to kill me now.
Why does it think it was running from me? Why is it trying to kill you? Why does it think you're gonna die when I wouldn't? Right?
I got the bone break! Got the bone break! Oh my god! What a bozo!
Keep stacking more, keep stacking more.
I'm going to. He's laying down. What a bozo. Can you take the trophy out? You can take this one if you want. And I'll take that one.
Sure.
There's also Mikey's trophy.
Yeah, well we want... Oh yeah, that one's in the bush. Well, we want...
He was like trying to bait me. He was like running in circles around me while I was just standing there with the bone break, and he was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna dip in." Like right as his, like, you know, he knew it was about max wind. I just took 2 steps forward and I got him the back. I can't believe that. That is so funny. Let me re-invite Mikey. So we have, if he wants a trophy, there's the tooth.
Absolutely have trophies. Well, the tooth is his, but we can give him.
Yeah, I mean, like we have the tooth for us.
Give him the one I'm holding. I don't need one for anything. It was so escapable. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You just had to not get bone broken.
It's so funny. It was his own, like, he did it out of his own, like, confidence. He was like, oh, yeah, like, I can get in here.
Yeah, and it aligns with his character, how he just sat down, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it failed. Like, I don't know. Don't give up that easy with that. How the hit registration works. There's a chance you can escape bone break.
Yeah, there's a chance I just, like, miss it, too, and it doesn't work for some reason when
Yeah.
I put it through him.
There's always a chance.
Mr. Sandwich, what's going on? Welcome back. Good to see you.
Because it doesn't, unlike jumping off a cliff, like it doesn't it didn't take any satisfaction away from me heavy biting and watching him pop into a ragdoll out of sitting. That was just as amusing.
Well, that was great. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Okay, so Mikey's coming down.
Should we walk back to DP, or do you?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'd love the trophy for my Kent, so if you don't care about trophy, then I can just bring this one.
Yeah, well, where's your Kent?
DP.
Okay, yeah, we can. I don't care. You know, the tooth. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Should we just take the road then?
Yeah,
take the road back.
Let's just hop on this way. I know, you know, a couple of small victories doesn't mean anything. DASP obviously will not hold up in plenty of scenarios, but I like it. It's good to finally use it in a group because I've never really grouped with it. I'm always solo.
Well, it's also something different too. Change of pace, you know.
Yeah, well, I like it. It just needs minor changes. Like, I don't want it to be overpowered because then they're gonna, you know, then everyone plays it, and then also they nerf it into oblivion.
And it will never be played again. Yeah.
Just some slight tweaks, and it'll be such a good small group like ambush hunter.
If they unlink the cooldowns, it'll be just great. Like the bite cooldowns.
Yeah.
Will be a great change. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm really enjoying it because you get to play a larger tier carnivore that's not super duper slow and like annoying to play, you know?
Yeah,
because Rex
and
it's
like,
like so slow.
It can hide in like any of the non-arid places have bushes like big enough to actually conceal you when you crouch. I've seen so many clips of DASPs like bone break ambushing things out of bushes. I'm curious to see what Metri's full lying down stamina is.
Yeah, Mikey said it was not great, but it's better than it was, so I don't have high hopes.
Maybe similar to DASP. I don't know how low he was when he rested, but he rested right around the same time as me and stood up at the same time as me. And I was almost out, so.
That would be a good bit better.
It would be, yeah. Because DASP, you know, DASP is not great, but it works. It actually regenerates. I think that should be maybe like a good starting point, just for like a little tip for Alderaan. That every dino's stamina regen should actually regen. That should be a baseline.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to spend your gameplay lying on the ground.
It's something to think about. If you can't see it going up, there's no point, and why would I even lie down?
Just take away stamina entirely. Just make it walk only.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good update. But nerf everything's walk speed also by 30%.
As if you were bone broken.
Yeah, so just across the board though, so it's balanced.
Yeah. Just to make sure it's balanced.
Yeah.
I love that wording so much. They're like, you know, change speed hide to match other dinos across the board. You know, like under every dino, right? And yet here we have the Allosaurus sitting there with a reduced 15% slower turn radius on the speed hide to match all other dinosaurs. What?
Yeah.
And the Rex still has it too. Not that like speed hide Rex is that viable, but like, you know, like why? You guys clearly consciously made a decision to reduce the amount of corner radius it takes. Like, what? Just remove it? Match everything else? You're all about matchy this update. I don't get it.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, maybe there's a chance they did, and they didn't, you know, because they didn't update any text. I don't know.
Yeah.
You did this thing you don't know, because even when it's new abilities, new text, like the Achillo's ability that does more damage when pounced, it actually does less damage when pounced. So, like, they are just lying to you. You have no idea what anything does. And they don't either. They have no clue.
I love that, though, right?
They
how do you have a job?
They open up a script, they make an ability, they open up a script, and they go, ooh, ah! Slam the keyboard a bunch, and then they're like, ship it.
That's what I mean. Like it's like this is. I'm sure this was in the process for months, you know. And how does it ship like this? This was in like the test branch, and you're telling me that it's still shipped doing like negative, like less damage. Huh? Nobody caught that. Nobody caught that. Right? It took people a simple matter of days to just test it on their own without even any fucking damage numbers. Just running, like, just bite tests to be like, yep, this does less damage. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even have the numbers. That's crazy. Like, what is, how? How does that get passed? And then, like, many other things, like you said, I don't remember, but, like, some passives and abilities just don't even function. Some subspecies just don't do anything.
Yeah,
or sometimes they do 2 effects, or 3 at once. Like,
and you have no way of knowing, because it will lie, the game will just lie to you. You know, it'll claim, like, oh, this does this, and, like, does it really? You have no idea, because it'll still show the active icon, you know what I mean? You just don't know what it's doing behind the scenes. Good chance it's not doing what it says.
Alright, Mikey just logged off.
My Dasp needs to drink.
Yeah, I'm a little bit below half.
I'm gonna start sprinting to Hot Springs with the 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I gotta get this on my Kent. And then maybe see if I can make the watering hole.
Regular Dasp without bone break, because I had it on before and equipped it. It's fast.
Yeah, it moves surprisingly quick.
Which is cool. You know, not insanely fast, but like it goes much faster than it looks like it should, and then you feel like it would. I'm always surprised what I can keep up with.
I know. Before you got on, I was saying I was wanting to compare it to a speed test between Suko and Dasp and Aloe.
Yeah, that would be a good test. I'm honestly not sure at this point. Obviously, it depends on the build. Suko has land speed, and Suko
has everything speed.
Suko has land and water speed, and like air speed probably too. Honestly.
Air speed. He just takes off and starts flying.
Suko has a flight stamina build. It's just behind the scenes.
Probably though. It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, they would do that. You know, they gave it the role that Aloe is supposed to have, even though it's already a semi-aquatic.
Yep.
With its own niche. Well, you know, I won't be surprised if next update they're like, let's nerf the hatz, and then what if the Suko could fly and be like this big flying tank that does damage more on the ground?
What they'll do is they'll put on they'll change the tail ability and rename it Propeller Tail.
Yeah.
And what it will it says like 50% faster swim speed in water, but it will also have the unintended effect of making you a flyer that you can just lift off with the tail on and just hover around like a helicopter.
And then they'll be like, what other roles are missing in our game? Well, we don't have a venom creature, so let's remove venom from Metri and Meg.
They removed it from Meg. Did you know that?
Let's give Suko venom. Well, I thought just the heavy bite. I thought the normal one still had it.
I mean, like another ability that they took it away from. They took away the heavy venom bite.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny. Like they literally, if it was our entire company goes up in flames or balance one dinosaur properly, their company would burn to the ground.
Oh no! Don't make that. No.
They cannot do it. They literally are incapable of balancing a single thing properly. Like Meg, it was too powerful, too strong. They nerf. No one play Meg. They change. They buff. Everyone play Meg. Too strong. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
I mean, there are like actual like written basic principles of like game balance that you can read about. Just if you want to reference. Also, you might not even need that, which is the crazy thing. If you're in touch with your game and community,
right? Yeah.
You might just know.
We should ship him a 101 course on how to game balance. Like, it's actually crazy though.
Like they're doing like the basic zero thought process. Like balance ping pong of what you don't
over
do
nerf, over buff.
You don't do 101 repeated. Oh my god, it's strong. mega nerf. Oh my god, it's so weak. After months of complaining about how weak it is, all right, let's buff it.
Mega
it's too
buff.
strong. Okay. Oh my god, people are saying it's strong again. Mega nerf. Like, don't you see what's happening here, guys?
And the best part too is the dinosaurs they remain in this state for months.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Or they get to a point where they leave it behind completely, like Aloe. They just like forget the dino exists.
They stop balancing entirely, and they're like, "Yep, we're done with that one."
Yeah.
Like,
which is pretty neat.
Think about how long Meg stayed the way that it was, like on both sides, and then also think about how long like Aloe has stayed the way that it is, or Suko has stayed in its busted, broken state with unintended abilities and effects from its different builds. Like, it's been like this since the Raptor update, the Pounce update.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't change this patch, this balance patch, right? Nothing changed. They did not change Claw Barrage like they were supposed to. Why? I have no idea.
Yeah, I was like, at least they're gonna, make the DAS bite more viable with the cooldown thing, and at least everything will be pounceable, though, even though they took the away, like that'll balance it out.
Like those pesky abilities,
and at least Spino and Sarko will get stamina reworks, and at least no, anything positive they made sure to leave.
That's the best part, right? You're like, well, at least those pesky abilities we all didn't like are gonna get changed, right? Like the Pounce Hide and the Claw Barrage. No, sorry, no. None of that is gonna ship, you know. Like we forgot to include that in our patch.
Whoopsie.
Do you have a server?
I mean, I have one, but okay, 40 minutes.
Should we just log in?
If you care. It's raining, so I don't know if you want that.
I was probably gonna wrap stream up. I just want to finish drinking on my DAS. I'll send it.
My DAS was already logged in Hot Springs. I put him right back in the exact same place he was when I got on, so.
Alright,
might just leave him
just,
at that.
I won because you said I 1v1 my Rex and I killed you. Alright, thanks, Global.
I also kind of want to give Picno the group attempt that was like the zero cares attempt. You know, like whatever, if it dies, don't care about it. Because it's also something that obviously people have been abusing since it came out.
Well, the charge is still not patched.
It's never been like a bad dino. It's weak, but like, you know, they are really good harassers. You got unlimited stamina. They can take things down. I feel like it could be a lot of fun. You know, again, because we've never really actually done it. It could be fun to get something done as a Picno group.
That could be
probably
cool. Before they not even nerf, but before they make the charge work how it's intended to work.
Yeah, before they nerf it by making it the ability work as intended, as it has for a year now.
Well, I just circled up here to like the logout spot in the cliff, and there's an EO walking below the cliff.
What? I'm below the cliff. I mean, I'm not logged in, but
I'm starting my timer. That's scary.
My Rex is logged out in Hot Springs.
Oh, should we take the EO?
It didn't look growing, did it? Or did it? I don't know.
I saw it very quickly. I think it's running the base skin. So.
I thought it looked high adolescent or something, or maybe or like mid to low sub. I don't know.
Maybe.
At my glance.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today and the ranting and everything that we covered. You know, I talked about a lot of stuff. I did give my thoughts, and it's not good. But well, I'm sure we'll be streaming and playing this game a little bit more. You know, it was good to have a bit of a break away from it because they really messed it up good this time. Hopefully, they're supposed to be on a more frequent patch and hot fix schedule, so maybe this stuff will change, and I'll actually get to make the build guides I wanted to make, because as of right now, there's no point in making build guides, because I might be lying to you by accident. I don't know what things actually do in game. At least I'll try to make an attempt at that when they match the descriptions of the abilities with the patch notes. That would be a start. So I'll try to do that then.
I'm interrupting your outro, but I can't believe that. That is that doesn't take any effort.
I said this to
update the text. Edit the text.
I set this till 11.
It's in game. You can't do that.
Before you were here, 11 and I were chatting in stream chat. and I brought up this point to him. I said, it takes one dude sit down on an 8-hour shift and have him go through and match the patch notes to the abilities in game. You're editing text. It's just copy from the code into the text.
Thing.
And guess what? While you're at it, I was having a conniption looking at this stuff as well, just being like, yeah, actually put numbers maybe instead of saying low damage, medium damage, and does like big attack. Like, just put the numbers in.
The lazy lack of communication that's all too common these days in patch notes, because it's someone, it's different people that do the different things. They don't want to bother verifying with programmers and stuff who like what they
exactly.
Change to. They're just like, just say it's lowered.
I don't even think they have a department for this stuff anymore. Like this is the simplest. One dude on a regular shift could do all of this. They could add the actual damage values and maybe consider matching the patch notes to the actual in-game descriptions. This is mind blowing. Like. This is like a full functioning breakdown of communication.
Not only is it like super easy to do, but like it is like necessary. You are lying about what these things do. Like a new player comes on, every ability is a lie. It's not what it does. You're like, you can't. That's like, it's the equivalent of like on a larger scale of one of them doing one of their remodels and putting a picture of it in the patch and saying, this is the remodel, we put it in the game now, but it's not actually on the dyno, it's just in the files, you can't see it.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Why'd you add it then, right? Like, what do you mean?
It's incredible. Like, it's an incredible, like, complete, utter failure breakdown. Like, I don't understand how. And I don't understand how you could possibly do this and then get away with it. It blows my mind, so... And again, it's not like it's like a very, very hard fix. One dude could do this in a day. It doesn't matter. You have one person sit down and just go through and fix this. It's really simple. So until that gets done, it probably won't happen for 3 months, if at all. So hopefully they'll do it soon, and then I can go ahead and make some build guides that are actually like consistent. And I don't get people going, well, why are you not running this ability? It says it's really good. And I'm like, well, sorry, that's actually not what it's not at all what it says. So hopefully that it gets sorted out, but until then we'll probably do some more streams and maybe some update videos if they ever decide to update the game in a positive direction. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the long stream coming back. Press like if you like, and I will see you hopefully sometime soon with maybe some videos and a stream. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.